Welcome everyone. I hope you guys are doing well today. Are you guys ready for some magical girls? I am very excited for this game. I have wanted to stream this last week, but things happened, technical difficulties, or I got sick, one of those things. Last week was kind of wild, but we're finally here. We're gonna be playing Cycle of Carnations. Also, I definitely realized I don't think my resolution is set properly on OBS. Usually there's like the higher resolution when you watch the stream on YouTube, but I don't think it's there. So I will attempt to fix that after stream. I've had problems with that before, so I think I know what to do to fix it. But anyway, Cycle of Carnations, hold on, I have info as always. So this game was made for the Spooktober 7th Annual Visual Novel Jam on itch.io. This is by Mithy. As always, I have left links in my description. Dear God. Dear God. Okay, game. Hold on. Ignore that. Give me a sec. Ooh. Interesting. Is that me? It might be me. Hold on. I don't know if you guys heard it, but my sound kind of messed up a bit. Hold on. It might be my headphones. I'm so sorry, chat. It might be my headphones. Give me a sec. It's definitely my headphones. Oh no. Hold on. I might need to just unplug my headphones. Oh no. Of course, technical difficulties as soon as I get ready to stream. Interesting. Give me 1 sec. I'm so sorry. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. There we go. I think we're good. Scuff is always happening. I think it was just my headphones. So hold on. Let me... Game? Capture the proper game, please. Oh gosh. Scuff as always. Oh, hold on. I don't want you to... Okay, click VTube Studio. Click the game. There we go. Okay. Now let's hope for no more scuff for this stream. But we finally got it. Okay. I think it was just my headphones. I just unplugged them and plugged them back in, and they should be working fine. But as I said before, Cycle of Carnations. This is by Mithy. As always, I have left links in my description if you guys want to check it out. If you do check it out, don't forget to rate and leave a comment on the game. So in this game, after a horrific incident leaves a young man dead, he is greeted in a space between life and death by a magical girl named Rain. Rain introduces herself as something of a guardian of reincarnation. But when deadly occurrences continue on into his next life, he has to wonder, who is Rain exactly? And what connection, if any, does she have to the cycle of violence that he's been trapped in? So there's a bit of a mystery here. Can we really trust our magical girl? Yes, yes, you can always trust a magical girl. We all love magical girls. No more scuff, oh you sweet summer child. Yeah, I know scuff unfortunately is inevitable with streaming, but we should be fine hopefully for the rest of the stream. And thank you for celebrating 4 months as a member. I appreciate it. That is gotcha money, so I can get more fictional men. So as always, we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the game. Name? We're playing as a guy, but I'm still gonna use Lottie because that's a cute name for a guy, right? Are you sure you are Lottie? This can't be changed. Yes, I am 100% sure. Yep. All right. Please. Never forget how much I love you, Lottie. Aww. Well, damn, okay. Alright, first death. I try to cry out, but the only sounds that escape me are gurgles of pain. I hear the sounds of flames somewhere past the blood rushing in my ears. My skull made a cracking sound when it hit the wall, the force of the blast having thrown me back a ways. The living room is in tatters. Did our living room just explode? Something fell on me when the leftmost wall caved in. I can't feel where it landed. Then again, I can't feel most of my body. Is this situation salvageable? Am I? To say my attempts to move are met with resistance would imply that my body even tried to listen. Somewhere in the room, as my world flickers, a pair of feet approach. Despite the level of damage to both our surroundings and myself, they lack any real urgency. Once they get in, you're already dying. I am trying, it is not my fault. But who is this? Oh dear, that's not the same girl in the cover. I might have overdone it. The person sighs deeply, evidently exasperated. Well, seeing you like this is novel. There's not much we can do together like this. Sorry. I'll make it quick, alright? My death? Is that what you mean? I try to look up at the figure, though the attempt only serves to drive an ice pick of pain through my sockets. They move away from me and return. They crouch down, gently taking my hand. Maybe she's good? They kiss the back of it. See you soon. Oh, well, I think she's about to bash my head in. Oh. The world cuts to black in an instant. Death won! Yay! A soft groan escapes me, but when I open my eyes, only phantoms of the previous pain linger. It's a bit bright, but by the time I register everything, even the headache has passed. As I'm taking everything in, a gentle voice calls out to me. I turn to face the speaker. Hello there. Hi, you're so pretty. I love you. Oh, wait, I love this magical weapon. The little axe with the bow and the wings, that's really cute. How are you feeling? Her voice is soft and sympathetic. She even offers out her hand to help me off the ground. I take it. Her grip is gentle and soft. You look worn out. I definitely am. Something awful must have happened. You'll be okay now, though. You're here with me. At my feet, a small ferret-like creature walks in circles around me, watching me with an expression that seems worried. Eventually, it uses its small wings to fly up to my face. Hi, little buddy. Is its tail double rainbows? That's cute. It presses its nose lightly to mine. Boop. It then seems to decide I'm okay and flies onto the girl's shoulder. Thanks. Who are you? Her smile is soft as she watches me. My name is Rain. I go by C. I'm sure you have questions for us. I have a lot, actually. Where are we? What happened? Who are you? All of them? Where are we? We're in a place between life and death. I refer to it as the subspace. Regardless of your previous circumstances, nothing will come to harm you. I'll be sure of that. Alright, thank you. I don't really know. I don't have access to memories prior to your arrival here. But you look a bit shaken up. It must have been hard for you. Rest for a while if you need to. C quietly flutters to my shoulder and wraps around my neck like a scarf, nuzzling my cheek. I can't help but feel calmed by both of them, giving the ferret's ear a gentle rub. C stays there for a little while before returning to Rain. Alright, so what are you? I preside over rebirth in this realm after death. I don't know exactly what that makes me, but you can just call me a special kind of magical girl. I help. Yes, you do, see? You're so cute! She gives a card captor Sakura vibe. She definitely does. I kind of like it. Can I also be a magical girl? Rain looks taken aback by the question, then begins to giggle. You're so cute. I'm sure you can do anything you set your mind to. Ah, I didn't like that answer though. Could have just been like a yes or no, but sure, can I be a magical girl? I'll look into it for you though. Thank you, that's all I ask. Think carefully about this decision though. It's not as easy as you make it look. You're hesitating. Are you okay? Oh, save's down here. I'm like, where is save? Ooh, I like the save files. They're cute. I'm a little nervous. What if I want to stay here with you? I'm just taking it easy. What's the rush? I'm a bit nervous. What is our situation here? So it definitely died. I'm not really sure how this whole thing works. Aw, there's nothing to be nervous about. I do this all the time, so you'll be perfectly safe. Take a few deep breaths, and you'll be good to go. Since I control rebirth in this realm, I've gone through the necessary steps to reincarnate you. Ah, hello? Wait, I just noticed C's face. C looks like he doesn't really trust what Rain is saying. And I realized it says reincarnate. Is there a difference between rebirth and reincarnate? Like they give me a second chance at the life I had, or they give me a new life instead. That's what I'm trying to think. Reincarnation. I think it's reincarnation that you have the whole new life, right? Just tell me when you're ready to go. What about you? Don't worry about me. You won't remember it, but I'll be here next time. Try not to come back too soon, okay? Okay, so if I die again, I get to be reincarnated again. Gotcha. I'll try not to die. It wasn't my fault, if I remember correctly. Well, no sense in holding you here any longer. Are you ready to go? I think I am. I wish you a happy next life. Okay, so it isn't reincarnation is the next life. Gotcha. So I gotta go through the whole rebirth process and everything, or did you just plot me into a new life? Don't forget that your paper is due next Monday. The portal will be open until midnight. I highly recommend that you read pages 61 through 80 if you want to have any idea what we're talking about for our next class. The lecture hall is already in the process of packing up their things as the teacher speaks. It's a relief to be done. I'm absolutely exhausted. Man, what a day. I look over my shoulder as Adrian appears behind me. He usually sits next to me, but he forgot his glasses today, so he had to sit at the front. I think it was a bad idea to schedule 3 lectures back to back. But hey, at least we finished up early. Plus, I've got you to complain with. I call that a win. I'm honored, absolutely honored. I say it sarcastically, but he is right. It really helps to have a friend for these things. I'm glad he and I met last semester. He's been a lifesaver. Okay, we have a buddy in this life, that's good. So, you headed straight home? I think so, yeah. My eyes hurt. Yeah, same. I need a nap. The two of us step out from lecture hall and enter the cluster of buildings that make up our university. I shrug my turtle shell of a backpack up onto my shoulders as I look around. It's rainy today. Muggy too. The fastest way home is the overpass over University North Street. Whoever named it could have afforded to be more creative. It isn't very scenic, but I think today is more about efficiency. I'm still mulling it over when someone calls out. Hey! Hello, okay, another buddy? If the voice belonged to anyone else, I'd probably groan. I'm not exactly in the mood to talk right now. Her iris shape is the same as Rain's. Do we have to watch out for any girl we see in case she's like an evil magical girl? But the voice belongs to her, and because it does, I instead feel a little lighter. I turn towards her and smile. Sarah, good to see you. What brings you to campus? Everything okay? I knew you liked the rain and all, but it's pretty humid. Humidity is the worst. Sarah hates humidity. She says that it makes her hair frizzy. I think there's a charm to that, but she doesn't like it. And it's up to her at the end of the day. Yeah, I know. She casts an annoyed look upwards, as though the weather has chosen to spite her, and her specifically. Still, she looks back to me with a grin. But today is your long day, yeah? So I wanted to cheer you up. She reaches into the clutch she's holding and hands me a small paper bag. The smell reaches me before I even look inside, and as Adrian looks over my shoulder, I know he smells it too. Is that bread? Yeah, sourdough bun. It's a favorite of mine. The bag is still warm too. Sheesh. We've known each other for too long, huh? Not long enough, I'd say. I smiled at her. Thanks, Sarah. Seriously. Of course. No problem at all. I'll treat you to some chai this weekend. Her favorite in exchange for mine. I already know where to take her to. Sunset Book Cafe's been her go-to since high school. No need to treat me, but I'll take you up on hanging out. Okay, so we've known her since high school at least, so I know that. Before in the convo, I asked why she was at the university, despite the weather. So does she go to our school, or maybe a different one? Sounds like a plan. She finally realizes that there's another person with us, and jolts upright with wide eyes. Oh, hello. Is this the friend you've told me about, Volk? She looks up at Adrian with a curious expression. He looks curious right back. It's Adrian, yeah? I heard you took notes for Volk when he was sick just before finals. Oh, is that our new name since we've been reincarnated? So Lottie isn't our first name anymore. Thank you so much. Next time, I'll bake something for you two. I can see Adrian trying to process all of this new information at once. I try not to laugh. Adrian, this is Sarah. She and I go way back. I think we were 5? Oh, so childhood friend situation. What? No, Lottie, we were 4. Did you really? No, I haven't forgotten. I'm just messing with her. And she realizes it when she sees the look on my face. Rude. I laugh and give her shoulder a friendly knock. You're impossible, you know that? Did you call him Vogue? Yeah, okay. So her name is actually Lottie. I saw the Vogue and I was a bit confused, but I'm glad they're talking about it. You have a secret identity I should know about, Lottie. Oh, right. It's short for volcano. Hello, it's a nickname. Volcano? Why? Guess you just had to be there. Yeah, that one goes back all the way to 5th grade. I don't know which change I made to the chemistry experiment that did whatever that was. In my defense, it was really funny. I definitely owe an apology to the poor janitor who had to pull those shards out of the ceiling though. Pretty sure that shit could have been used as building material. If you say so. Despite the raised eyebrow, he has a smile on his face. You said you'd bake something next time. How long have you been doing that? Decipher, hello, welcome, welcome. How am I doing? I am doing pretty good so far. Playing a visual novel, gotcha grinding, life is good. Got a character I wanted in Honkai Star Rail. I got some kitties, I got some candy. I'm living a pretty good life right now. I hope you're doing good. Oh, do you know the bakery on the south end of the University Plaza? It belongs to my mom. She taught me when I was really little. Oh, okay, so she comes from a mother who has a bakery, gotcha. So she does have a lot of experience with that. Vogue was stuck with a lot of my early attempts though. Sorry about that. I keep telling you, it wasn't a problem. You always had a knack for it. I appreciate you saying that, at least. I doubt I'll ever convince her that I truly mean it. You two really are close, huh? And it makes me suspicious. Is she out to kill me in this life? We gotta watch out for her just a bit. The whole iris shape, suspicious here. I assume so, since she puts up with my bullshit. I'm not putting up with anything, and nothing you do is bull. You can say shit, it's alright. She pouts slightly and looks away. She's not allowed to swear at home, so it isn't easy for her. Come on, it's just a word. Do it, coward. Volk, please. Alright, it's fine. You made your point. I think I made mine too, honestly, but with my bullshit and all. I appreciate it though, really. She soaks at me for a little longer, but then her face relaxes. I wouldn't trade it for anything. You know that. You two are adorable. Huh? Oh, I quickly mess up her hair in an effort to pull her from the thought. Yeah, we get that a lot. I hope she's not gonna betray me in the end, honestly. If they were together, they'll be such a cute couple. The number of people who've told us we make a cute couple, haha, look at that, is, to put it mildly, extensive. Sometimes I think they might be right. Are you gonna say they're right? Do you like your buddy? I don't know. I guess I just wonder. Anyway, I'm wearing out. I'm gonna cut through the field to get home. Takes a little longer, but everything's already gray enough. I get it. The overpass is faster, sure, but there's something pretty miserable about it in the rain. Adrian is pretty sensitive to that kind of thing. Sounds good. I'll take the overpass this time, and we can catch up tomorrow. I'll come with you. I want to know if you learned anything interesting. Assuming you've actually retained any of it. Okay, I think I'm pretty good at that at least. I guess we're gonna find out, huh? I'll probably have more to say tomorrow, once I've had time to talk it all over though. Maybe you should tell me what you're learning instead. I'm not sure that's a good idea. You don't really want to hear me talk about the troubles for 3 hours straight. Bet. I'll start the timer when you're ready. Sure. I'll start in the 1600s with background information. In 3 hours can probably get us through a decade or two. Oh, not for real though. The actual conflict started in the 1960s, just for your record. So you're prepared? Like I said, let me know when to start the timer. I'm so hyped for My Love for You. Is there ever more coming up? I saw they're having it on PC now, or PC release. I have not played it yet, but it's been on my list, so I'm probably going to stream it once it's released. Don't say I didn't warn you. History major, Sarah? She glances briefly away from me and smiles at Adrian. Yeah, it's a passion of mine. There's just so much to know about what brought us here. History too? It's war, by the way. The answer is so much war. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, Lottie here is pretty tired. Try not to put him to sleep, okay? She's a great storyteller, so she doesn't need to worry about that. Oh. She was about to put out a pout in protest, but my words seemed to stop her. To my surprise, she dips her head shyly. Thank you. I didn't expect to catch her off guard like that. Maybe I should have. She got called annoying a lot when we were young, specifically because of how long she could go on when she got excited, and how it sometimes made her hard to follow. I thought she overcome the anxiety a long time ago, but old wounds like that can ache sometimes. Sure, no problem. Wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. Like I said, adorable. Maybe he should stop saying it before I start blushing myself. You two have a safe walk back. Looking forward to seeing you around, Sarah. Yes, I'll hopefully see you again soon. See you later. Take it easy, okay? Of course. You too. The two of us give him a wave as he starts off down the campus path, and then we turn away. Okay. So we got a lot of information so far in like these first 30 minutes of the game. We were in some sort of accident. It looks like the house was on fire, maybe exploded. A girl knocked us out. Not knocked us out, she took us out. She like bashed our head in. It was like, I guess we'll try this again another time. So we might have to see her again. So we definitely have to watch out for that girl. Honestly, watch out for any other girl, because we gotta, all the magical girls, any girl, they're suspicious in this game so far, just a little bit. We got reincarnated. We saw rain and sea in like the afterlife. This is our new life. So far, I'm not sure what any differences there is, but it seems to be we're pretty happy. We're adult age since we're in college. What, like 18 like to 24, 25? 24 is a bit far. 22, like 22, 23, around that age. So still pretty young. I am not sure how far we're gonna survive in this current life. Sarah, pretty cute. I like her dynamic with us, the MC. I really like the dialogue with each other. I like the back and forth. I want us to get together with her, but I don't know. She might end up killing us because I feel like maybe I can't trust her 100%, at least not yet. I just have to see how everything plays out for now. Yeah, so we might end up dying again. I don't know how many times we'll die in this game, but we'll just play it ear by ear and hope that we survive at least. I open the small bag in my hand slightly, revealing the corner of the sourdough bun to nibble on. I don't know how, but it feels as though they get better every time. I see her watching me from the corner of her eye, her expression pleased. It better not be poisoned. Ready to go? Yep, timer starts now, by the way. Got it, begin. Despite the challenge set up, we wind up meandering through many different topics as we make our way to the pedestrian overpass. I'm more than happy to move away from the subject of school and onto other things. The games we've been playing, the books we've been reading, how things have been with our parents. It's natural, it's easy, and it's comfortable. It always is. Which is why, when there's a sudden bulge in the conversation, I notice, and it only makes her attempt to cover the blip up even more obvious. As soon as she finishes her sentence. So, it's a very fun book, very warm and fuzzy. Is something on your mind, Sarah? Am I gonna get killed? I'm sure you won't die once. Yeah, I'm gonna die a bunch of times. I just don't know how many and how quickly in this life. Oh, She stops walking, and I stop with her. After a moment of staring at her feet, she turns slightly away. We're standing on the pedestrian bridge, and she watches the traffic go by for a surprisingly long time. Concrete jungles aren't the most beautiful thing, but no matter where one goes, heights always create a fascinating view. It's not as busy as I would expect it at this hour. Usually, we have to raise our voices to hear each other, but it feels like she's whispering when she speaks. I guess I was just thinking about what Adrian said. You might need to be more specific. Sorry. Just as I started to worry, she steels herself. I think, is she confessing? Oh my god, I'm being confessed to, holy shit. I think I like you. You only think? The retort is almost instant, but then what she actually means by that hits me. Before I can follow up, however, she takes a deep breath. No, I don't just think. I know. Lottie, I love you. The two of us stare at each other for a long time as the words hang in the air. We're gonna have to accept, right? The longer the silence stretches on, the more anxious she looks. I desperately wanted a faster response for her. I really do. It kills me to be leaving her in this discomfort. But I think of the times as kids spent reading picture books together in the living room, side by side. The time she spent walking me through English and math, and the times I walked her through the sciences. The periodic table comes to mind, as she started creating characters for every single element in it. I remember her freaking out after telling someone to fuck off in middle school, because they were giving her a hard time for needing braces. She didn't regret it, she said. She just didn't want her mom to be disappointed in her. Her mom wasn't, of course. She was proud of her daughter for watching out for me. I watched out a lot for her too, or at least I did my best. I remember kicking a guy in the shin when he tried to sit on her lap while she was minding her own business. I think of how I joined home economics because I wanted her to teach me how to bake. I wanted to make her something nice for her birthday that year, the way she always did for me. It seems like we have a lot of good memories. Like, we have feelings for her, right? She joined me in the computer lab in following semester so I could help her learn how to program. She wanted to have the skills to help if I ever decided to create my own game one day. She knew that I always wanted to. The teacher got suspicious of her when she got the same grade as me, accusing her of having plagiarized my work. I fought for her until I proved her innocence, and I never let that teacher live it down. She was the only one who looked after me after I had my appendix removed and my parents were at work. I was the one who carried her things when she broke her shoulder and her arm was in a cast. How many more things are going to talk about how lovely she is? Yes, obviously have a very deep past with each other. Lots of good memories here. Yeah, there are so many things. But I've also seen what it's like when she gets hurt. She never had a partner, but she has had and lost friends to drama over the years. I've seen what the pain does to her, how hard she cries, how long she takes to heal from it, if she ever does. I can't imagine that happening between us. But then, I couldn't imagine it happening with some of those other friends either. For all the places we've been together, this would be uncharted territory for the both of us. Even with the odds so low, is it a risk I'm willing to take? The mere idea of losing her scares me more than I ever thought it would, because it never felt realistic. Maybe it still doesn't, but... Sarah, could you give me some time to think about it? Okay, that's not a bad... We didn't outright reject her, we just need time. And if she is a evil magical girl, please don't kill me as I decide whether or not I actually like you back. What? The fear in her face causes my heart to clench. Lottie, This isn't no, okay? Then what is there to think about? Her fingertips tremble. Her voice is strangled and shaky. Is there anything you need me to do? Or is there somebody else? Hell no, nothing like that. I've never heard her sound so afraid, and I shake my head quickly. You've done more than enough, and you know by now if there is another person. It's not even as though I've never thought about it before. I want to let it settle in. I want to be sure that it's something we're ready for. I've been ready for a long time. Have you really not noticed? Sarah. I close my eyes. Then, let's make sure I'm ready. It wouldn't be fair to you if I went into this with any doubts. A few days, that's all I need, okay? I'm so sorry to make you sad, just give me a bit. I'm about to open my eyes again, to meet the tearful gaze I can hear and assure her that it's going to be okay. Oh! Well, this might be my death. Oh. Okay. I thought she'd be happy that I'm at least considering it, but I guess not. This actually might be my death. Is she gonna push me off this? Because there's cars underneath, right? That's when I feel her hands grab my arm. And I'm shoved aggressively to the side. Oh shit, she's actually pushing me into the car! She's pushing me into traffic! I let out a startled yelp as I stumble sideways, trying to find my footing. Before I can, my ankle hits the guardrail. It's too low to prevent a fall, but people have been saying it for years. Even Sarah and I have talked about it before. Ah, the eyes! Is that the same girl that killed us from before? But her hair was a bit different, unless that was her Magical Girl transformation. I catch a glimpse of her before I fall. Her eyes are damp, but her expression, there's nothing there. The wind gets knocked out of me as my body hits the asphalt, muting any cry that otherwise would have escaped. My head makes contact with the ground, my vision flashing white. Pain radiates from the point of impact, the sting of whiplash from my neck causing a burst of heat in my skull. Oh, this is her death, right? My ears are ringing. Beneath it, my heart hammers in my chest. Confused, but trying to keep up with a sudden rush of adrenaline. It's difficult to make my body move. It's all happened so quickly that everything is in overdrive, while simultaneously unsure of what it's actually supposed to be doing. The world is spinning far too fast. I've only just managing to draw a breath, barely able to roll onto my side, when I distantly hear voices screaming in horror from the overpass. Do these even count as guardrails? They wouldn't stop a fall. I think they just sprain your ankle on the way down. Well, it's more than my ankle that's hurt. Yeah, I don't know why the city hasn't done anything about it. Maybe because the fall isn't lethal. Well, that's a lie. I guess. But that hardly matters if you fall straight into traffic. I'm about to get hit by a car. Not the truck! Not the truck! Truck who's taking me out! Oh, okay. I find myself staring directly into the headlights of an oncoming truck. How far back were they? Can they just not stop and maybe slightly hurt me? Even if I could run, I wouldn't have a chance. I squeeze my eyes closed. I look away. My last thought. Maybe it shouldn't be what it is, not when it's her fault. Perhaps it's because of how sudden it was, and I simply haven't processed the reality that it was her, but my last thought is, don't look. Oh, even though we know she pushed us into traffic, she wanted to at least hurt or kill us, we still don't want her to look at this gruesome scene. We are too nice. I don't want what happens next burned into her brain like that. Even if she has to live with whatever happens next. I still want her to be happy. It's over in an instant. Okay, so Sarah is suspicious. We definitely have to make sure if we see her in our next life. There's the sense of an agonizing impact, one that only lasts a fraction of a second. Everything explodes into red. And then, nothing. It takes me a moment to reorient myself as I open my eyes. This place, it seems familiar. Oh, okay. I should have realized that we don't have any memories of being in the void with the rain and talking about being reincarnated. Hello there. Oh, C looks sad because I'm here. Is it too quick? How are you feeling? A hand reaches out in front of me and offered to help me stand. Yeah, Truckun does not care. He said, I'm gonna get another body. I take it, feeling a vague sense of familiarity. What happened? I don't have access to memories prior to your arrival here, so I don't know. Your name is Rain, right? We actually remembered? You remember? Yeah? Am I not supposed to? It's a bit fuzzy, but I think I've been here before. You remember? How interesting. Well, I suppose that saves some time. But if you have any questions, I can answer them for you. Okay. Was that an isekai truck I got hit by? I am gonna ask that. How have you been? You're so considerate. I've been fine. Oh, we gotta keep watching of C's expression. I feel like these are important for some reason. Seems to me like you're who's been going through some things. So don't fret about me, okay? Things here have been business as usual. Alright. So I died again, right? Everyone winds up here when they die in this realm. It's like a rotating door. That's just how it works. Don't worry too much about it. Okay, so she's used to seeing people come back again. This is not your first time here. I'm genuinely curious as to how you're remembering it, though. That doesn't usually happen to anyone. Do you remember your past lives, too? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't get too excited. I'll get ahead of myself. I kind of wanted that question. We're worried about Sarah, even though she's the reason why I'm dead. Right, her. Don't worry about your friend. I'll make sure she's okay. My reach in the regard might be limited, but it's the least I can do for you. Okay. Was it an isekai truck? I don't know. Only one way to find out, You have to tell me how your next life goes. If your isekai has a title 3 miles long, I'm leaving. I'm so sorry, C. I'll make sure it doesn't. Alright. So any updates about my status? Wow, you remember that too. It's so cute. Oh, that's the best expression here. I love that. I'm not sure yet what I can do about that, but it sure would be nice for it to be the two of us. I need to investigate the idea further. Give me some time. You know, people don't usually remember me when they come here. It's an interesting change of pace. Hey, Rain wants to know what you think of her outfit. Oh, hey! You don't have to tell them that. Your outfit. It's cute as always. It definitely is cute. You look adorable. The outfit is the same as when we met, but why change it when it's working, right? I knew it. I knew they'd like it. Rain is blushing and grinning, swaying side to side in place. She doesn't speak right away, but she seems content. You seem a little more comfortable than you did last time. It's nice to see. You're good to head out now. Right, ready as I'll be. Gotcha. Off you go. Bye. Ooh, I just realized that's the same symbol for her iris and Sarah's iris too. Ooh, okay. We work at Star Cups, a little coffee place. Cafe? Ooh, these look good as hell. It's quiet morning for once. Aw, am I not gonna see Adrian again since that was my previous life? This coffee shop is usually pretty popular, but I have an early shift today, so most people are probably still in bed. I don't envy anyone who needs to be awake at such an ungodly hour. Least of all, myself. That said, Good morning. Oh, the iris, it's the same. The same black iris. So, and it's the S name too. Celine, Sarah. So whoever this is, does she just use a different persona every time we reincarnate? Okay, interesting. So yeah, we do not trust her yet. How can I help you? It's a ray of sunshine to see the barista this morning. She works here pretty regularly, so I see her a lot. Aside from the coffee being good. To be upfront about it, I think she's really cute. Are we gonna accept her if she confesses? Of course, I try not to bother her. She's just doing her job. I play every time that's Tracoon in it, right? Tracoon makes things so more interesting. Gotcha, no, that's a different genre. It could be a gotcha, you never know. But I can't help the small crush I developed on the sweet girl behind the counter. It's a little embarrassing, if I'm honest. I try not to have illusions about any reciprocation on her part. But it's still pleasant, if a little flustering, when she's on a bad day. Oh. You're here early today. Yes, I am. Hello. Lottie, right? I see that blush. I offer a smile. Try not to blush a little at the fact she remembers my name. She's doing her job. Still, it feels nice. Yeah. You're Celine? I've heard your coworkers say it a few times. The surprise on her face fades into a sheepish smile. Yeah. You come in here pretty often. Are you getting your regular order? You remember my order. Lara's peppermint mocha, right? I love the cute little smug face. She snaps her fingers on her right hand and gives a little finger gun with it. I chuckle, unable to stop myself from grinning. Oh, the flirting going on is so cute, but are we gonna accept her if she confesses? I feel like it's kind of going in that direction more so in the last one, unless MC here, us, is gonna be like, oh, but I can't date her, it's gonna be awkward, and then she kills us. That's the one. I'm impressed. You must get a lot of people in a day. I don't know how you memorize anyone's preferences, especially so early in the morning. Yeah, well, sometimes people stand out. She looks a little shy as she says it. I ignore the warm feeling in my chest. Before I can figure out what to say, she turns towards the machines. Let me get started on it. Some people don't even want me talking to them before they've had their coffee, you know? I make an exception for you. The words come out before I really have the chance to think about them. I freeze for a moment, hoping it sounds more like a joke than a sincere statement. She pauses, then giggles. Glad to hear it. Anything other than your usual today? I mentally release a sigh of relief. I'll decide after the coffee. Gotcha. I move to sit down, watching as she prepares everything. She certainly has more energy than I do, given the hour. Perhaps she's more of a morning person. Maybe you have to be for this kind of job. I don't know, but I feel lighter just watching her work. She steps out from behind the counter and brings me my drink. Since we're the only two in right now, I guess she has the freedom to bring it over personally. Here you go. Thanks. Do you attend university down the street? A lot of people come from there, so I was just curious. Yeah, I work as a teaching assistant, a TA, okay. So we are a bit older in this life compared to the last one. Oh, that's neat. I'm not sure I could do that myself. Really? You seem pretty good with people. She giggles, and I distract myself from possibly blushing by taking a sip of my drink. It's perfect. Maybe, but I feel I struggle to explain certain ideas to people. Sometimes, abstract concepts are complicated, or there's difficulties communicating with people for whatever reason. Yeah, I get that. I guess you just pick up the scales for it as you go. I suppose. Ooh. The sound she makes relates to someone else coming into the shop, and she skitters back behind the counter. I shake off mild disappointment. I drink about half of my mocha before I check my phone. Time to go. Oh, we gotta say bye. I sigh softly before standing up. Bye, Celine. Despite how much busier the cafe has become, she still takes the time to give me a warm smile and a wave. See you again soon. Yeah, probably when you kill me, right? I release a breath, relieved to have everything prepared for the chemistry lab before the professor arrives. Among Us. Oh, I used to draw these all the time in elementary school. It's been there forever. Why are there so many letters? Isn't this math? Unfortunately. Stop doing math. This is an English classroom. I don't expect the students to start arriving for another half an hour or so. Except perhaps Michael. He tends to arrive early, so he might be here soon. At least we have a kind of a buddy. I grab half of a cup of mocha from earlier. I still haven't quite finished it, but it's still good, even lukewarm. I take off the heat sleeve though, since I don't really need it anymore. With all the prep work done, I go to open the door, coffee in hand. Turns out, I called it, and Michael is already waiting inside. Okay, so we do have someone different this time. Michael, hello buddy. Morning, Lottie. Most of the students call me by my last name, but honestly, I chatted enough with Michael that I told him he didn't need to be so formal about it. Morning, Michael. Holding up okay? Mornings are hard, but professional obligations are what they are. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. I don't know how you do it, honestly. Hey, you're doing it too. You're just a bit more sleepy than me. Michael has mentioned he prefers mornings. I don't know how that's possible, but each to their own. He moves to his desk, and I put down my coffee to triple check each of the beakers while I still can. I'm surprised then when Michael comments on something I hadn't noticed. Oh, whose number is that? Does Celine give me her number? Oh shit, we gotta respond back or she's gonna kill me. Huh? Confused, I scan the room, trying to figure out what he's talking about. Michael looks amused. The coffee cup. Seems like someone wrote their number on it for you. Oh, she wrote it on the cup and then covered it with the heat sleeve. Okay. So something we probably wouldn't see until we get home. Thank God we took the heat sleeve off, because if we didn't and just threw the cup away, she probably still would kill me. I freeze for a few seconds before quickly going to grab it. He's right. It had been hidden by the heat sleeve, but it seems like a phone number was written in small, neat print. My face begins to turn red. No one was in but me and Celine for a few minutes this morning. Can't be anyone but hers. You didn't notice, huh? It was under the cardboard thing. There's a lot going through my head right now. Michael chuckles. Well, you seem taken by them. I'm not bold enough to admit that I had a crush. But maybe it's obvious on my face right now anyway. They're cute. Congratulations. I quietly pull out my phone and add the number to my contacts. Okay, so we just cannot mess up messaging her and maybe she won't kill me. I don't text her right away though. I don't know what holds me back. Nerves, I guess. I have to think more on it tonight. Bro, if we delay messaging her and then she thinks that as rejection, is she gonna kill me automatically? Because we delayed in accepting the confession to Sarah last time. Oh god, no, please. Can we just not? Oh well. Class is about to start anyway. I need to focus on that for now and go over my notes. I find myself unable to text her that night. Oh no! Don't get me wrong, I tried to. Several times. But I find myself unable to gather up the nerve. It's fine, right? Maybe I'll see her at the coffee shop tomorrow. Oh, we might be dying tonight, actually. It would be nice to talk to her more directly about it. Oh, we actually survived the day. Oh, okay, we survived the night. We may live to another day for once. That's better than last time. That morning, I'm unable to get there early, so I'm surprised by the lack of people when I enter the coffee shop. I'm relieved to see Celine is the one behind the counter again. I offer her a smile. She returns it. At least she doesn't seem nervous or upset. In fact, she seems like she does usually. Good morning. Don't kill me, please. Morning, Lottie. Peppermint mocha? Is she gonna poison my drink? Oh no. I chuckle and nod, and she gets to work. Don't poison the drink, don't poison the drink, don't poison the drink, please. I take a moment to gather my nerves before asking. Do I get your number on this cup too? The question causes her to freeze, and she looks at me with a slightly red face. She's still smiling though. If you like, was my writing too messy on the last one, or... No. I actually did add your number to my phone. I shift nervously in place, trying to find somewhere else to look. I just kept second-guessing myself, like, I don't know. Maybe it was for someone else or something. Celine laughs at that. Come on. How could I accidentally write my number on the wrong cup when you were the only one in? I don't know, I was just nervous, I guess. You're funny. I suppose. I'll send you a text after work today, alright? If that's okay with you. She hands me my drink. I'll be waiting, okay? So don't make me wait too long. Please do not make her wait. Do not make her wait. Heed this warning. I smile sheepishly. I won't. I take a seat and I begin sipping my drink. The tension in my body starts to ebb. This is probably the best way this could have gone, right? It's a relief. I'm surprised when Celine comes out from behind the counter. Mind if I sit with you? It's slow right now, and I've been standing a while. Of course, I'm not telling anyone. My hero. She giggles before taking the seat across from me. We make some small talk. She asks how my TA job went for it after I left yesterday. I assure her it went fine. I ask about her day so far, and she offers me a couple of anecdotes of her own. However, partway through the explanation, I start to feel unwell. She poisoned the cup. What did she put in there? Hey, are you alright? You don't... Her words start to warble in my ears. Looks so good. No! I said I was gonna text you back! The world abruptly tips 90 degrees as I collapse from my chair. What does she want from me? I said I was gonna text her back. I didn't reject her this time. What? I thought I was in it good when I told her I was gonna text her back, but she still poisoned me. Okay, girl. What do you want from me? My undying devotion for you? Just loyalty straight up? The pain from hitting the ground pales in comparison to the sharp agony in my stomach. There's movement, and I feel a hand on my shoulder. I'm rolled onto my back. I see her face. She looks sad, but not worried. Then, everything cuts to black. Is this actual death? It is death! Oh my god. That was oh, at least I survived a full day that time. But damn. Okay, Celine. I thought I did good because I didn't text her back immediately because I wasn't sure. But we still promised her we would text back. She didn't give an explanation this time. Oh man. Okay. Bro, so we might be dying every time we reincarnated. I don't know what she wants from me. It's the same person, right? Like the same person in the very beginning before with our first death. With the purplish black outfit. I think it is. Okay. Oh my god. Let me take a juice break. God, I'm not gonna survive this. How many deaths am I gonna have? This is the third one so far. Third time's a charm. I guess not. I cough a little as I regain my consciousness, my throat feeling a residual burn. Despite this, the memories, besides what just happened to me, feel muted already. Hello there. Hey girl. Hey girly pop. Do you know why I've been dying so quickly? I barely live past 30. That is ridiculous. Can you not do anything about that? Like give me like a shield? At least to make me live past 30? How are you feeling? Like shit, I just got poisoned. Those words. I open my eyes. Here again. What happened? Seems like you were poisoned. Poisoned? But why? Wait. I thought you said you didn't know what happened to people prior to their arrival here. Yeah, girl, you kinda... you slipped up a bit. You still remember. I thought... I'm sorry. I lied about that. Here, take my hand. I didn't like the whole, yeah, sorry, I lied. Why did you lie? She helps pull me to my feet. It seemed like you still remember the past few times you were here. But do you have questions? As usual, I'm happy to answer them. Why did you lie to me? Setting aside the fact that I didn't expect you to remember. Sometimes, people die in really gruesome or embarrassing ways. I found most people are happier when I tell them I didn't see anything. It spares them some dignity, you know? It also spares us the horrors of vicarious trauma. Mostly. We've seen things. So many things. Okay, so... how you been, girl? It's been the same as usual here. But it's such a change that you seem to remember me now. It feels like having a friend. Oh, sorry. That's probably strange to say. But don't worry about me. I'm doing better than ever. So why am I dying like this? Now that, I don't know. But you can keep coming here until you get it right, okay? Until I get it right, I'm the one being killed! See, do you know something? I'm sorry. I wish there was more we could do. We'll do our best though. Promise. If I die one more time. Rain giggles. If I knew how, I would. But feel free to keep asking about it whenever you're here. Tickles me every time. Agreed. Hey, I was just wondering. Lottie, what do you think you'd do if you got to live longer in these cycles? Spend time with my loved ones, I guess? I was taken away so quickly. I like to think I just spend more time with the people I care about most. There are people I loved, even if they're hard to remember now that I'm here. But I was never happier than I was when spending time with them. Aww. Anyone would be lucky to have you in their life. Alright. You should know the routine by now, right? You ready to go? I guess I am ready for another death. Alright, on to the next life. It's gonna be fun, right, chat? I've only been at this college for 2 weeks now, but I think I'm settling in all right. The people seem friendly enough, even if a few of them are a bit daunting. I offer a friendly good morning to the person sitting beside me as I drop my things beside the desk and begin settling my notes for the morning. As I'm doing that, my gaze shifts over to a few rows down from me. Near the front, a bunch of girls are chatting about something. God knows what, but I guess it's not really my business. Ah, there we are. There's the girl that's gonna kill us this run. Ooh, I like her look though. I think she's my favorite look so far out of all of them. Leading the conversation is a pretty girl with a unique sense of style. I don't know her very well, but we did speak during an icebreaker activity on the first day of class. She was very kind and bubbly. I found her energy to be rather contagious. I've since learned that she had a lot of friends around here, which wouldn't otherwise made it difficult to approach. I thought the properly student label ended in high school, but I guess there's always a chance of things carrying over. Still, the fact that she doesn't seem like a mean girl is reassuring. She catches me watching them for a moment and offers me a smile and a nod. I smile sheepishly and return it. Jess, I believe her name was. Oh, okay, it's a J name instead of an S name this time. She returns to her conversation without drawing her friend's attention to me. She's interesting, huh? I almost jump out of my seat at being unexpectedly addressed, glancing towards my classmate. Yeah. She seems really cool. Yeah, bit unapproachable though. Unless you're already in her orbit, I have no idea how you go about saying hi. I nod. Even just the brief nod I got earlier indicated someone who, while friendly, has a lot on her plate socially. I wouldn't know how to approach outside of that myself. The student I make small talk until the professor arrives and I said that completely wrong, dear God. The student and I make small talk until the professor arrives, and I try to focus on class when it finally starts. I'm sufficiently distracted from this morning by the end. I'm a bit slow at packing up, so almost everyone has left already. Is this when she approaches me? I'm caught completely off guard when I hear my name called. Hey, Lottie. My eyes widen in surprise as I glance over and see Jess approaching, grinning. Hey! That listen makes sense to you? It was kind of a lot to take in. Yeah, I think I got it. I don't think you did, but we can study together. I probably need to study later, but not tonight. You mentioned you were new to the area, right? I'm surprised she remembers. Yeah, I am. Well, there's a party going on tonight at my friend's place, and I wanted to invite you. Am I going to get killed at a party? There'll be lots of people. I don't know if you're like the most social person, but I was thinking it might help you meet some people, make some friends, you know? It has to be lonely and scary being new to an area alone. I'm stunned by the offer. She is right. Parties aren't usually my scene, but I can't possibly turn that down. It's surprisingly thoughtful. Besides, she has a point. It'll be good to meet new people, right? Is this what it's like to be adopted by an extrovert? I realize I haven't responded out loud yet. Yeah, I'd love to go, if I'm really allowed. Of course, hold on. She whips out a notebook and scribbles something down before handing me the page. It has an address and the party start time. I might be a little late, but I'll still be there about half an hour, maybe an hour after the start time. I don't think anyone will ask, but if they do, tell them I invited you. And thank you so much. I'm not busy today, and studying can wait, right? I might get there before her, basically. She beams. I'll see you later then. Okay, we're doing good so far. She practically glides out of the room, her mood seeming as good as mine. I've never been invited to a party before. I try not to feel a little anxious as I make my way to my next class. It's hard to focus for the rest of the day. I'm sure it's not actually a big deal, but it feels like a change of fortune somehow. Oh, we think that. Maybe. I'm just riling myself up too much. I eventually head back to my dorm room and change into something I hope is at the very least appropriate enough. I keep the address paper on hand, in case I need proof of invitation or something like that. Fortunately for me, given my bad sense of direction, the house isn't hard to locate. Oh, we made it, okay. We're at the party. Are we gonna die at this party or the day after? Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, our second death was Sarah. Obviously, she killed us because we didn't accept her confession all the way, like right at that moment. We wanted time to think. With Celine, I guess we didn't immediately text her back, even though we said we were going to text her after work the next day. Guess she didn't like that. She didn't want to wait. This one here, I don't know how she's going to kill me. There's witnesses, but we will see. I arrive about 5 minutes after the time of the note, and am led in by a girl whose eyes light up when I mention Jess's name. It's a little busier than I expected, but there's enough room for it, so it's not too much of a problem. I was warned about the head count, so I can't really complain about it either way. I take a seat at a makeshift bar. I don't recognize the guy behind the counter, but he offers me a friendly, lazy grin and greets me like we're as close as anybody else here. With an exchange of names and some casual small talk, he gives me a soda. I might try alcohol later, but I want to wait until Jess comes by. I haven't seen her yet, so I'll hold off. I manage to relax a little when someone drops into the chair beside me. Buddy, hey Leona. Oh no, is Jess gonna be jealous? Haven't seen your face around here. She's pretty, though she's dressed a bit more chic than I would have expected for a party like this. And when I hear the name Leona, I think of Leona from Twisted Wonderland, unfortunately. Or fortunately for me. Yeah, I'm new to the area. Well, you chosen a good place to party. The host has a questionable taste in friends, but no one I know of will try anything illegal. Well, except maybe underage drinking. Of course, there's always wild cards, like you. I can't tell if I'm being accused of something. No plans of causing trouble, honest. My name is Lottie. Something subtle in her demeanor changes. I think I passed some kind of unspoken test? Leona. Nice to meet you. Likewise. I offer a smile. She returns it with a confident smirk. She seems relaxed and self-assured. I've got to admit, I kind of envy such confidence. We chat for a bit. She already got a cup in her hand, but if she's drunk, she's hiding it well. Or perhaps, I just don't know what to look for. I learned she's local to the area, having lived here her whole life. She plans to travel after graduation, and is getting a degree in psychology. It's a little embarrassing that she has so much to figure out, but I'm still trying to get my footing. Still, she doesn't seem bothered. Lots of people are like that when they first get to college. You'll figure it out eventually. It's comforting to hear, at least. I assume if you're here, though, you got invited by someone. Yeah, a girl in my class named Jess. Jess. Can't say I recognize the name. Really, she seems pretty popular. Always has friends with her. She says she'd likely be an hour or so. How long has the party been? Like, we saw Jess in the classroom and there were people talking with her, so her name is Jess, right? Leona frowns. You have to point her out to me later then. Oh, Jess, if you kill me, don't kill Leona, please. We talk a bit more. A few others pass by and greet Leona as we chat, and she acknowledges them briefly. Everyone seems to be having fun, at least, and I almost forgot that I'm waiting for someone. About 45 minutes later, though, I pause, as Leona's expression noticeably changes. Is it Jess? Oh, that's a big change! Please tell me that's not your invite over there, giving us that look. Oh, I am dead! I am super, super dead already! I follow her gaze and freeze. Bro, we're still buddies though. Jess, bam! Oh boy, she does not look happy. I hate that I can exactly tell who she's looking at. At first, I'm assuming it's me, but I can't figure out what I'm possibly doing to receive that much hostility. The only thing I've done is talk to Leona. Maybe that's it. Perhaps the two of them don't get along. Yeah, that's kinda my buddy. I see. So that's what she's going by now. Is that not her actual name? The bitter word surprised me. Is that not her name? Not when I knew her. Huh! Did she transition or something? Huh? Oh no, it's not like that at all. She just... Look. You're gonna want to be careful around that one. She's more dangerous than she looks. Dangerous? Remember when I said the host had questionable friends? She was the main one I was referring to. Oh, we already have warning about the girl here. Okay. Are we gonna heed that warning? Probably not. Leona moves to her feet. She's been quite composed up until now, but she suddenly seems nervous, agitated even. I think she'll stop giving us that look if I see myself out. Just be careful. Unfortunately, I think I'm already dead at this point. She's not well. And with that, she slips into the crowd, leaving me alone again. I don't know how to feel about it. I can't possibly guess what kind of bad blood the two have between them. As I'm gathering my thoughts though. Hey Lottie! Hey girl, you kinda had a scary ass expression last time. I jumped slightly at her voice. The absolute death glare from earlier had been replaced by enthusiastic and cheerful expression as she approaches me. Hope I didn't leave you waiting for too long. It's all good. You mentioned earlier you'd be a little late. I hesitate to even mention Leona. Good idea, let's not. It'll probably just make things tense and awkward. So I leave it alone. She hops up onto the chair, and Leona had been in a few minutes before, and we chat. I learn quickly that Jess doesn't drink, so we both skip out on the alcohol. The longer we talk, the more it turns out that we have a lot more in common than I ever would have guessed. We're both a little on the nerdy side, though she admits she doesn't tell that to everyone. Some people can be really judgy about hobbies. But maybe we could play some games together sometime. Do you play Arcane Sigils? Is she just chatting me up to kill me later on? Girl, just get over with it and take me out. I know the game has the worst fandom known to man, but it really is fun to play if you're with the right people. If you're up for it, of course. Just a warning, I'm pretty damn good. I chuckle and grin. I know that one. I played it a few times in the past. I haven't had people to play with recently. I'm probably a bit rusty. But I guess I can be pretty competitive when it comes down to it. We'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, some of my guy friends refuse to play with me because they get really salty if they lose to a girl. It sounds like a skill issue. The words escape me before I can really think them over. Fortunately, Jess seems tickled by it. Yes, it is. At this point, it's been a few hours, and I'm immediately a bit restless. I don't know if she picks up on it, or if she just feels the same way. But whatever the reason, Jess makes a suggestion that surprises me. She's gonna kill me! She's gonna kill me! Wanna go for a walk outside together? It's a bit stuffy and hot in here. Sure. It's been great, but yeah, I think I've had my fill. I've had a wonderful life chat. It's been nice, I guess. What was it? 1, 2, 4th life? Hold on. Jared, Sarah, Celine, 3 lives. I had a wonderful 4th life. We've had a brief exchange regarding our addresses. Apparently, her place is on the way to mine, so I agree to walk her home. I'm surprised by how quiet it is outside. There isn't really anyone else around at this hour, it seems. Oh, we're super dead! I would have expected more people, but it really is just the 2 of us. It's a quiet walk at first. I match Jess's pace, following close beside her since she knows where she's going, and I largely don't. Worst comes to worst, though. I can just use my phone to find my way back. Then Jess makes a statement. I saw you were talking to Leona earlier. I get a little uneasy, remembering her icy cold glare. Yeah, she sat beside me while I was waiting for you, and we chatted for a while. She say something about me? This feels like a dangerous question. Nothing specific, but I got the impression there was some negative history? It's fine though. What happened between the 2 of you isn't my business. I see. She sounds a little lost in thought. Maybe sad. I couldn't say why. Maybe they were friends once. As we pass under a streetlight, I wonder absently if it's safe to ask about her name. No one really needs a reason to change their name. Some people just want a name they identify with. I wonder, though, if maybe she's trying to avoid something. And as she stops, hand reaching into her bag, I remember what Leona said about her being dangerous. Please just grab your phone and not a weapon? Here should be far enough. Oh, she's killing me! I'm sorry. Leona told you too much. Before I can even react. Oh my god! Damn, girl! It happened so fast. The blade slashing deep across my neck. Yeah, I knew walking home with her, but there's no one outside, I was cooked. I barely have time to register the deep wrongness of the feeling. She then tackles me to the ground. Girl, I'm already dying, leave me be. Jess looks troubled as she crouches over me. It's a shame, really. She wasn't supposed to know anything. I wonder why. Well, whatever. Sorry, Lottie. This isn't personal. I think it kinda is, cause are you the same Rowan who killed me all those 3 other lives? I'm already choking on my blood, trying to scream. Why is no one around? Where is everyone? Oh, is this like a domain type thing where no one's here? What did I do to deserve this? She raises the knife and drives it deep into my throat. Oh, girl, I'm already dead. Leave me be. Stop making it worse. The damage is definitely fatal, but it doesn't stop her from driving the blade in several more. God damn! The whole time, she's looking directly into my eyes. They're the last thing I see as the blood loss, combined with the lack of air, finally take me out. Came into such a peaceful scene? Bro! Dude, see, I've been killed 4 times already. These girls are insane. I can't prove it yet, but I think they're all the same person, just with a different personality and appearance every time I reincarnated. I am not surviving. I don't know what they want from me. Oh my god. Bro, I can't make it. Hey, Rain, see? Yeah. This is starting to take a toll on me. Yes, why are these girls killing me? MC Walk the Night is not safe. It is not safe. Yeah, first girl, it was like the beginning of the game. We don't know why she killed me, but she was like, sorry, I had to do it. Second girl, I didn't accept her confession immediately and she pushed me and I got hit by a truck. Third girl, I didn't immediately text her back the day she gave me her number, and the next day she poisoned my coffee. This girl, I guess I found out her secret even though I don't know jack squat, and she just slashed my neck out at night. I'm not surviving. These girls are taking me out. Yes, Truckun never cares. He's always there taking people out. I am just so pissed off. I don't know how I'm supposed to survive this. I don't trust her either. They all have the same black iris, like the black nose at pupil. Pupil is a pupil. I've been calling it an iris the whole time. The black pupil, they all have this black, is it a pupil? Yeah, it's a pupil. They all have this black pupil. So they all connect somehow. I just can't prove it yet. When I open my eyes, the memories of this place come rushing back. Rain's hand is there to help me up like always. For the first time, I hesitate. Girl, if I'm gonna get killed again, I might as well not get reincarnated. Just take me out. For real, for real. Something is wrong here. I keep dying, and it's getting increasingly violent. But the memories of the life I live feel so distant within seconds. Weren't these things I enjoyed when I was alive? Weren't there people I loved? And yet, I only remember the way I died and the girl who killed me. Why is that? If it was just a one-time thing, I could write it off. But this, what, the fourth time? Plus every time I've died, there's been no one around. Even in the coffee shop, during the hours I was there, it should have been busy. And the stabbing under a streetlight? These girls, they've never seemed afraid of being caught. Are you okay? Rain, I am not, please. I am traumatized like crazy. What's wrong? Girl, do I even trust you at this point? I take her hand. Nothing. That last death was just painful. You poor thing. If I can pretend to be unsuspecting, or at least civil, I'll learn more, I think. Rain lied to me once. Whatever she knows, I need to find out. Okay, why do I keep dying in horrible ways? Like, that is weird. 4 times in a row. I don't know. I guess your luck is pretty poor. Please don't look so sad. When life hands you lemons and all of that. Bro, I'm about to punt this thing somewhere. Is my life the lemon in this scenario? C genuinely seems to consider the question, thinking about it for an alarming amount of time. Eventually, I shake my head. Rain cuts in. You know what? Never mind. Hopefully, the next go round, you'll be luckier. I don't believe her. She has to know more than that. Are you sure about that? She hesitates, biting her lip. Well, I might have an idea, but I don't want to say anything when I don't have all the facts. If you still remember next time, I'll let you know. Okay, so guarantee I'm dying a 5th time. I guess I just have to take her word for it. So you're still stuck here, right? Do I even want to ask questions and just get with my 5th death already? This place is my home, and it's my duty to help the residents of this realm reincarnate. I watch over things. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm not necessarily worried about you in the context anymore. So can I still be a magical girl, or are you still figuring that out? Do you want to make a contract? Bro, shut up, C. Contract. Absolutely the fuck not. The ferret giggles and does not elaborate further on this offer. Well, since you've asked yours, One last question for you. I promise. Since you've been remembering your past lives lately, which memories do you tend to focus on when you wake up here? Ooh, is this important? Let me save. If I say the bad memories, would I immediately forget all of my deaths the next time I reincarnated? Let's try that. It's kind of hard to get the bad memories out of my head. I don't want to dwell on it. It's just difficult after being killed violently 3 times, you know? I see. You poor thing. I hope things are easier for you soon. Yeah, here's hoping. We don't remember our first death either. Anyway, that's all I wanted to ask. Was just curious. Thanks for humoring me. I don't trust that. But still a cute-ass smile, though. You seem more tense than before. Try to relax. I'm sure your next life will be... Rain, you okay? Oh, of course. I just got lost in thought. You'll be fine. Onwards. How many times have you told me that and I still get killed violently? Are we all still sure about this? Oh, what's wrong? You scared? No, it's not that. I just... Since we're you a wuss, Tally. Stop being so mean. So new characters, okay. Where am I in the scenario? I roll my eyes at the two, as if the smile of affection isn't still in my face as I do it. They're always like this. I truly believe that Lee and Tally could argue about literally anything, and they often do on ventures like this one. I'm sure they'd be inclined to agree, if anything. Our walks are just permission for them to let loose on one another. Oh, this one here, she has the black eye, the black pupils. We do not trust her. The star black pupils. Nope. She's gonna be my death. Still, it's amusing to watch them bicker when the real scaredy cat is already clinging to my arm, hiding her face in my shoulder. They're well aware of the fact, of course. Flora's always been quick to jump into the horrors and even quicker to regret it. She always shows up though. She always powers through. I think that says a lot about her. A journey like this one highlights the fact. This particular trek, this particular house, is one of a local legend. With that in mind, it's surprising to see the trail there so beaten up. It's a very old mansion. I've been hearing stories about it since I was a kid. Some say an evil old couple lives there. Some people say they hear children laughing. Some people argue they've seen inhuman beasts and that those beasts guard the gate to hell. I've heard some suggest that another dimension is in there, or that as soon as you step inside, you belong to the fair folk, or a clan of werewolves, or to a cult that demands new blood. None of that touches on how often I've heard that it's haunted, and by the variety of who that haunts it. Grieving parents, abandoned children, prisoners of wars, serial killers, the victims of serial killers. Demons, fallen angels, lost travelers, ancient forgotten civilizations, human sacrifices, and my personal favorite, some guy named Toby. With all of that chatter, I would have expected more visitors for the past to be well worn. But no. Something about that is pretty spooky in and of itself, and there's certainly a chill in the air here. I don't blame Tally for having the creeps. As for me, I just wish I'd worn a warmer jacket. Coming up from behind, the final familiar face, and one that already looks sick of our bullshit. Granted, I think he was sick of our bullshit before the bullshit even started. Ooh, someone else! Okay, we have a pretty big friend group this time. Roman, it's just gonna be cobwebs and creaky floorboards. Now's as good as the time as any for us to turn around and go home. Roman is Lee's older brother, resident bail guide, and professional sibling wrangler. Granted, Tally and Flora aren't his siblings, but but with how long they've all known each other, they might as well be. He's 10 years older than the rest of us, so he's had a lot of time to learn what nonsense they all like to get up to. What they like to get up to is what Lee likes to call urban exploration. The law calls it trespassing, sometimes even breaking and entering if one isn't careful. The number of times Roman has had to get them out of trouble for something stupid has to be in triple digits by now. Of course, I say they, not we, because I rarely ever go to these things. We've all been friends since high school, so I've had plenty of opportunities, but I'd much rather not. Can't say I had a great interest in broken down houses, and I certainly don't feel as though they were worth getting into trouble over. I'd rather stay home and play games. It's a lot of fun to hear them talk about it the next day, so that was always enough for me. Okay, we're the type of person who doesn't want to get into trouble or do all these things, but you can definitely tell us about it. That would be me in real life. Like, you guys want to explore an abandoned place? You go ahead, I'll stay home and make sure I'm not tagged by demons or ghosts or anything like that. I've been joining them a lot more often lately though. Oh, come on. That's all because of Flora. Our death. The lady who's gonna kill us. She's been more insistent with me since graduation. Says my arm feels the safest to cling to when a sudden noise catches her off guard. I get the sense that she means something more than that, but I haven't had the nerve to broach the subject with her yet. I think the fact I've been coming with them at all gives them a sense of how I feel about her anyway. They've already taken to teasing us, and neither of us deny it, so it's only a matter of time, I think. I hope. She's really cute. She's enthusiastic, optimistic. She's incredibly affectionate, and she's the group's greatest cheerleader. I go as far as to call her out of our hearts, Jesus. I think Lee and Tally would too. They occupy other niches, and they know it. Lee is the brains behind the group, if our group can be said to have brains. And a lot of people have said it's obvious because he's the one who wears glasses. It seems to annoy him. Yes, I'm the smart one, and yes, I wear glasses, but those are two separate things about me. Of course, because it annoys him, Tally says it all the time. She's also pointed out the textbook smart is not the same as street smart, which everyone but Lee himself would agree that he lacks. Those street smarts, they're Tally's. She had a keen eye for safety of a building's architecture, for a sign of other people around, and an intuition for whether or not the authorities might be nearby. Oh, everyone needs a Tally in their group. Thank God for her, at least. So, we have the heart, the skeptic, the sharp, and the smart. Together, there are 4 fragments of a whole idiot. Oh, I love that. There are idiots, though. We care about them. I don't know where I factor into the group of it, if I'm being honest. Flora has said in the past that I'm the grounded one. I would argue the Roman, but even Lee and Tally agreed there's a big difference in the energy we provide. I don't know if I understand. I've often felt replaceable. Tally says it's my self-esteem, which she's probably right, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Still, I appreciate them. It's impossible not to smile when I'm with them, and when we're on a journey together, things are never boring. It's about an hour before the path finally opens up to the old mansion. I'm glad that we decided to go during the day. It's creepy enough in the light. We choose a sunny day, too. But it seems to have gotten cloudy somewhere along the way. Of course it did! Definitely gives it a freaky appearance, that's for sure. A look at Roman's face tells me that even he has to agree with that. By the time he speaks, though, his expression is as stoic as always. We sure we don't want to pick a different day? Feels like this one could be a funeral for Flora's heart if we let it burst. I don't say that! Her embrace tightens around my arm, to the point where I'm worried she's going to cut off blood flow. It is pretty freaky, but don't worry, Flora. We'll protect you. Especially Lottie, right? How, yeah, of course. It's gonna be alright, Flora. No worries. Her embrace loosens slightly. With a trade-off that she buries her face in my shoulder. I gently pat her head. Please, there's no reason for her to kill me this time, right? I'm a nice, attentive person. I'm not rejecting her. We're still friends at this point, but please. Still, I can definitely see where all the stories come from. Me too. But that just means it's not a letdown, yeah? Imagine all that build-up for nothing. True. Talia's watching the house with a keen eye. Even when she's unnerved, she has a good head on her shoulders, so I wait for her judgment. Well, given how beaten the trail here was, I can't imagine there's going to be any trouble with the cops this time. Based on the building itself, I say my biggest concerns right now are structural. Let's keep our wits about us. I don't want Roman having to carry any of us out of here with a sprained ankle. Again. Right, again. Sorry. Hey, it's what older brothers are for, right? Roman sighs, pinching the bridge of his nose. Come on, you know you love us. Unfortunately, yes. Given that he's beside me, I give him a gentle nudge in the ribs in their stead. He seems a little surprised, but after a moment, he gives me a subtle smile. You help me keep them in check. I'll do my best, buddy. I think I can do this. Yeah, we should be fine. At the very least, I know I can leave Flora to you. I give her a look, and her eyes meet mine. They're shimmering. I suspect most of it is fear, but with her hold on my arm, I also recognize what's beneath it. Trust. For sure. You know, one of these days, you two really should just ask each other out. You don't just say that in the open. I don't confirm or deny anything. Instead, I just pat her head once more. She doesn't let go. Rather than wait for either of us to respond, Roman gives us a knowing look and starts walking. Seems Lee and Tally are already threatening to run ahead of us. Despite the clear case of nerves, Flora gives my arm a slight tug so that we can walk forward together. Her eyes shine with tears, but she's staring at the house head on. Her courage is good for my own heart too. We can do this together. I know we can. Just never separate from the group. I've always been killed when it's just me and the girl by ourselves. Flora and I are still trailing slightly behind when... Whoa. Without even knowing the cause, Flora screams too, nearly startling me out of my own skin. It's enough to make Roman flinch, and then he swears beneath his breath. Can't remember the last time I saw a rat that big. How long was that tail? What a freak. Big or not, a rodent's a rodent. You two okay? Yeah, it just brushed against my ankle, that's all. Startled me a bit. Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay, Tally? That took the color right out of your face. You sure we don't want to go back? Jesus. It wasn't a right statement this time, but Tally shakes her head. No, I'm okay, really. It's alright, Tally. Didn't get a great look at it, but with a tail like that, it was probably a black rat. They're sometimes called roof rats. Their tails are usually longer than their bodies. They're actually pretty cool when they're not jump scaring you. Yeah, I'm sure. They've seen their fair share of rats before, and while I know Tally's never been great with them, I've never actually seen her encounter one before. This is definitely a different side of her. Although, I wonder if the extent of it is unique for everyone. Flora's poking her head out from behind my shoulder and seems almost confused. Tally? She laughs, but it sounds off-center and shakes her head. Let's go. Before I chicken out, please, before I get killed. Flora and I exchange a look, and while she hardly needs my permission, I bring my arm up as though to let her go. She nods her appreciation at me and releases it, hurrying over to where Tally is. That's one of the things I admire most about Flora. She can put her fear aside to join her team. But when her team needs her, that's when she truly conquers it. She takes Tally's hand and gives it a squeeze. We don't have to go if you don't want to. It's just... when we don't, I know you regret it. And hey, there's always next time, but... this is a big one for all of us. I don't want you to have any regrets. So let's go together, okay? That way, when we look back on it, there won't be anything you'd wish you'd done differently. What I wish I'd done differently? Yeah, you're right. Tally's smile is wobbly, but her voice is back to baseline. You said it was a roof rat, Lee? Tell me about him. I watch as both Lee and Roman's shoulders relax. Same motion, same exhale, same relief. A rare reminder of their shared blood. Sure, they're really common. We've definitely seen them before. They're just usually not that big. Guess they've been doing well for themselves. Now we know they're here, we can keep an eye on them. You watch the floorboards, I watch for creatures. Same as always. Yeah, same as always. Always. She stares at the steps leading up to the door, and she takes a deep breath. Always. Let's go. Flora keeps a firm hold on her hand as she and Tally take the steps one at a time. Lee keeps pace behind the pair, and with a nod to one another, Roman and I watch their backs and follow up behind them. Are we inside the house? Okay! We're in the house, everything's good so far, no death. I'm not sure how Flora is gonna kill me here. I hate it how I'm really enjoying the side characters, the cute little found family, and I'm not gonna see them ever again after I get killed. But alright, Flora, make this death not painful compared to the last time, please? It's about as rundown as one would expect from the outside. The flooring is rugged, and paint is peeling off the walls. At least it is in the spots where paint still exists. The windows are cracked or broken. Some of the walls have holes in them, and the metal piping within is mossy and rusted. I suspect, if we got any closer, we see more rats moving around. I'm surprised that there's furniture sparse as it may be. The couch looks like it would give out a randomized disease to anyone who so as much brushed against it. And there's a coat stand that past visitors clearly hadn't expected either, as a previous fall has broken it in half. Roman leaves the door open, just a crack behind us, enough to know that we can step out whenever, but not enough for the wind to blow it shut. He's quick to pick up the broken coat stand, turning it over in his hand. He's always been more interested in the human damage, rather than the wares of time. Everyone else is taking in the place in its totality. Flora has released Tally's hand, and is tentatively walking around. Lee is observing the overgrowth. He'd like to see how nature thrives in an environment like this. As for Tally, she's standing in place. Her head does turn from side to side, but only for a moment before she's still once more. I try not to call attention to it as I approach her. No doubt, she's still coming down from outside, and I don't want to embarrass her over it. At least, that's my initial thought. But... why is she... Her makeup, that's makeup, right? Is that her mascara? Is she okay? This seems familiar, doesn't it? She looks almost lost, her eyes distant as she speaks. My chest tightens at the sight of it. Tally? She doesn't look at me as she slowly begins to shake her head. No. No, this is... What is this? Her fingertips begin to tremble, then her eyes suddenly widen. What is this? I put a hand on her shoulder, and her gaze abruptly snaps up to meet mine. Her lip is quivering, her expression pleading. Who are we? Ah! The sheer desperation of the question causes my stomach to drop. I try to put the feeling aside for her sake. Tally, it's all right. I hear everyone coming towards us, only for Roman's voice to stop them. I think she's having a panic attack. Don't crowd her. Leave it to Lottie for now. Flora, please don't be jealous. We're at the mansion. Roman, Lee, and Flora are all here. Roman, Lee, Flora. Is it all of us? Are we... No. Oh God, no. Leave them alone, please. Why us? Why them? Tally, you need to breathe, okay? It doesn't matter. She pulls her shoulder away free from my grip and stumbles backward. A moment later, her leg gives way and she collapses to her knees. She's staring at her hands. Tally? Flora moves past Roman so that she can crouch down at Tally's side. I step back for now. Flora's been friends with everyone here for a lot longer, so maybe she can help more than I can right now. Roman's right, and Adrian's trying to help. It's just a panic attack. It'll pass, okay? Tally looks up from her palms, tears streaking her face. I can't tell if she's looking at Flora or through her. When Flora takes her shoulder, she throws the touch away, just as she did mine. What do we do to deserve this? What the hell is she seeing? Are there actually ghosts here? I mean, I'm being reincarnated so many times, so guess ghosts can exist, right? It's not far-fetched. Don't we deserve more than this? Do we deserve anything at all? Flora stands up and backs off, bringing herself over to Roman as Tally buries her head in her hands. It isn't fair. It isn't fair. We all stand stunned as she breaks down into violent sobs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I rack my mind for some way, any way to help, but I come up empty. Best bet is try and take her out of this place, maybe? This place definitely affected her. Lottie, what's going on? Like, I know? I don't know. It's my fault. I shouldn't have pushed her to come in. No, I don't think that would change anything. There's something else. What do you mean by that? I'm not... How long? Huh? It's hard to say who she's talking to as she raises her head, but it's clear that she means for us to hear it, and we all turn to her. How many times has it been? How long would it go on like this? As she looks at us over her shoulder, the expression on her face can barely be called a smile. It looks broken. Her eyes look empty. Please, don't let it be forever. I don't know how much more I can... Her words stop as I take a step towards her. For a moment, she seems almost lucid as our eyes meet. I take another step forward, her recognition giving me a flicker of hope. Tally, just give yourself a minute, okay? Whatever's scaring you right now, it'll pass. You're with us, okay? I step a slight distance away. I want to give her space if she still needs it. She stares at me for an uncomfortably long time. Oh God, definitely was not expecting this direction and this life. Oh, hold on, my cat. Hi, buddy. Are you walking? Yeah. Tally, what is it? Lottie, you need to... Is she telling me I need to go somewhere? You need to... Without warning, she jolts up to her feet and comes towards me at full sprint. Her eyes are wide in terror, and before I can even process the moment, she has me by the shoulders and she's shaking me. You need to get out of here. Please, I'm begging you. Whoa, Tally, slow down. What the hell is... I want you to live. God, you deserve to live. Run. Please run. Does she know about all the reincarnations? But we only know about our life, not everyone else's. My heart is pounding in my chest, and I'm about to tell her to calm down, when a sickly heat washes over me. No, I don't know what she's talking about, but she's right. What about you guys? I can't just leave you all here. Forget about us. It doesn't matter. We don't matter. Tally, that's not... We don't exist. I'm sorry? You what? We're not real. We don't... What do you mean you don't exist? Her breath hitches as her eyes fly wide open. I see the blood trickling from her lips, and in that moment, time seems to freeze. I can feel it. The shallow heaving of my own breath, each inhale taking more and more effort. It slowly becomes more effort than I have to give. Did I get stabbed through her? And I can taste it. The blood in my own mouth, spilling from between my teeth. My skin and muscles screaming agony around it. The kitchen blade, the bullet, the carving knife, the precision of a scalpel, to the primal force of a sharpened stone. It isn't my wound though. Not this time. Not yet. I stared at an object piercing Tally's body, through her back, and out through her chest. Their broken coat rack. Behind her, Flora's hands are soaked in blood as she releases the makeshift weapon. She seems ambivalent, but not in the way I would expect it. She's confused, but there's no shock or remorse. If anything, she seems annoyed. I've been looking forward to this one. Why did you get in the way? Ooh, okay. Okay. I still can't prove they're all the same girl, but we'll see. Somehow, I know she's not talking to Tally. Who the words are actually meant for, though, is a mystery. It feels as though I barely had the time to blink when reality breaks through the fog, and time begins to move once more. What the fuck? This isn't... I look up to see the horrified expressions. They seem stunned by the suddenness of it all, the sheer impossibility of it. It's Lee, who breaks from his stupor first. Tally? This is the first time she actually kills someone else besides me, and I do not like that, so now I know being by myself is not just safe anymore. Is this an anomaly? Is this different than all the others? This one's over. We don't need you anymore. I can only watch as Lee's gait falters, with him stumbling and stopping mid-step. Lee? I feel it too. As blood begins to pour from Lee's eyes, from his ears, from his nose. I remember poisons ravaging my insides. I remember hands around my throat, broken blood vessels turning my vision red as my struggle finally gives way. I remember a noise so loud that my psyche falters beneath it, then crashes down as though it were caved in by physical force. Lee's eyes roll back, and with a shudder, he falls to the ground. Blood slowly begins to pool beneath his head. Bro, Roman, you're next! Run! You're too sexy to die! He's staring at his little brother in terrified disbelief. He's slowly shaking his head, and I can see his lips moving. This isn't happening. This isn't... My lips part to tell him something. Anything. I hardly even know what. But this isn't going to get any better. This isn't going to be okay. So, what is there to be said? I'm so sorry. And then... I feel an explosion of pain in my head. An impact that shatters bone in an instant. A migraine that only begins when something finally bursts. A flood of crimson pouring from an open fracture. I open my eyes, and I see it. I can't even tell how much force was used to throw him into the ground, but the damage to his skull says more than enough. I don't understand. I look up at Flora, who stares at the whole scene, wearing a face that simply makes no sense. Why? Why is she the one offended? What right did she have to look at us like that? Like we're the ones who did something wrong. Something warm and wet closes around my wrist. I flinch, and I look back to see. Now, I understand why her smile was so broken. There was never anything you could do for us. Please, run. Blood is still pouring from her lung, to the point where it strangles her voice. But I hear her loud and clear. I look towards the door. I know that Roman left it open, but I'm not surprised to see it closed now. Would it even matter if it weren't there at all? Doesn't this go far beyond the mansion itself? Maybe. Maybe there is no way to get out. But if this is all her doing, if Tally and the others don't truly exist, then there shouldn't be anyone telling me to run. Flora wouldn't be so confused. Which means, run. Her screams permeates everything, as though echoing from the earth itself. Beneath it, I hear footsteps walking towards me. I immediately turn away from the sound and start towards the nearest hallway. My thoughts tell me not to expect much. She's far too close to truly escape. There's no way I can get very far. So I'm surprised when I hear a startled yelp and a thud. Why are you doing this? Let go of me. Do not look back. Keep running. Lock yourself into a room and jump out of the window. That's all we got at this point. Let him live. Please, just let him live. The sound that follows. I don't look back to see what it was or how it was made. The sensation of a needle through my heart tells me all I need to know. My heart. Has it ever come out before? That my body doesn't remember. I hope it never does. Run. Run. What is this? How am I supposed to go through this hallway? Run. I have no answer as to where. I don't think there's anywhere to go. Even every time my sprinting feet hit the floor, things seem to wake up deep within. The penetrating agony of third-degree burns, and what it means when all the flames do so much damage to the limb no longer feels anything at all. Is that the first death? All these things we're experiencing, are these all of our previous deaths? Fighting and fighting and fighting to breathe, knowing that the body is breathing, but the brain isn't receiving the oxygen. The primal fear, the awful panic of impending suffocation, followed by an uncanny dreamlike state as water takes over the lungs. The spasm of a body, as an electrical current causes every nerve ending to fire all at once. It doesn't stop. It chips away at my sanity. The sheer extent of it, the depths of it, the overwhelming amounts of it. Why? I know I won't get any answers from Flora, or from whatever name she chooses to go by next. Just let him go. Despite having left her in the foyer, despite knowing that she should no longer be moving, her voice echoes from every direction. It aches with suffering. Why are you still doing this? When will it be enough? Just let him go. There will be other opportunities, other chances. How long? How long has it been since you've been happy? Is that why he can't be happy? Please, just let him be happy. Oh, there's so many questions now, because we still don't know why she's doing this. But it looks like Tally has some insight. Beneath her pleading, a pair of footsteps follows mine. It walks, but no matter how fast I run, it always seems to be just a few paces behind. With Tally's pleas seeming to fall on deaf ears, I know that my efforts to get away are all but hopeless. The windows won't open. There's nothing outside. The rooms are all dead ends with nowhere to hide. Then what's the point of even running if they can't go anywhere? Every weapon, every mortal wound, every natural disaster, every member percolating from the depths they're buried beneath. I get tired. Everything begins to hurt. I don't want to give up. I'm scared. But Tally's voice stops, and with it, so do I. I slump against the wall, my entire body aching. The footsteps finally reach me. Lottie. She sounds familiar enough that for a moment, my heart instinctively gravitates towards her. The reality of it all, if it can be called that, shuts the feeling down an instant later. Tally, Lee, Roman. My eyes begin to well up as I think of their smiles, our lives, their last moments, their bodies, their existences as mere pretense for what exactly? Why? It wasn't supposed to be this way. I don't care. My voice shakes, cracking at the edges. Forget how it's supposed to be. I care about how it was before and how it turned out. You murdered them. Tally told you, right? She was wrong. They existed to me. They have for at least 5 years. They had entire lives they remembered. That they tell me about for hours, and you were in those stories. You were an important person to them. You were important to me too. Meeting all of you was the best thing that ever happened to me. Was that not real enough? Does this mean nothing to you? Lottie, look at me. Yeah? With nothing left, I turned to face her. It would almost be easier to see a monster behind me, some sick hellspawn, and to believe something had taken her place when we stepped through that door. But no, it's simply her staring back at me, an apologetic look on her face. I'm sorry that this is how it all turned out. There's always next time, okay? I'm still dying a horrible death. What do you mean next time? What do you... Before I can finish, she starts towards me, and my blood instantly runs cold. I'm overwhelmed by fear, both instinctive and primal. The feeling that something is well and truly wrong. Something doesn't belong here. Is it her? Is it me? Is it the world itself? I take a step back, only for my heel to meet the wall. When I look at her once more, she wears a sad smile. Lottie, if I were to give you a way out now, where would you go? Huh? Let's say I open the door behind you. What's left for you out there, knowing what you know? Would you be able to make friends again? What about college or work? What would be the point of it all? Would you be able to make it all exist again, the way you did before? And what about love? You were falling for me, weren't you? Could that happen again? I don't know if I could stand back and watch it be somebody else. So tell me, what's left? The tears in my eyes slowly begin to fall. I have no answer, and her expression becomes resolute. So it's settled. She stops in front of me and wipes the tears away. It's going to be all right. Fuck you. Huh? I have nothing left to say. Not even as the look on her face becomes one of sorrow. Beneath my shock, my anger, all that's left is grief. We're doing well. So why? Her expression slowly changes from sadness to rage, and she reaches out for me. I close my eyes. Yeah, there goes that death. It hurts. Oh. It's a bit darker. Did you dim the lights down, Rain? And where's C? C's not here. I don't like this. When I wake up again, it's not to the usual hand reaching out to help me up. Instead, Rain is already kneeling beside me, hugging me tightly and shaking. At first, I think she's crying. And well, she is, kind of. But there seems to be a lot going on. Why? Why is she doing this again? I thought we had an agreement. So it is a separate person. Okay, so Rain and the one who's been killing me are two different people. Why is she interfering? Okay, what the fuck, Rain? What is this all about? Do you really want to know the truth? Hold on, cat walking by. Yeah, I do. Hold on, we save just in case, but yeah, no more secrets. I try to pull away from her. She allows it, but keeps her hold on my hand. So, this has been going on for a while. I've known you for longer than you could possibly remember. Then again, that is my fault too. It's almost hard to think that far back now, but it was a much simpler time when we met. I was just starting to understand my status as a magical girl. Most people who knew about it were scared of me, but you weren't. Even in knowing, you were really so shy and so sweet. The confession was a little awkward, but I cherished it. We did it for 1.5 years before you proposed to me. What? Of course, I said yes. You said we didn't need a ceremony or anything if it wasn't my style, but we agreed to a small personal one. I had a wife? I didn't have a lot of people in my life, but your friends and family made me feel welcome and comfortable. We had about 10 years after that. It wasn't always perfect. We had a share of hardships, but it was ours. We always made things work. And then one day, I got a call. Hospital. Drunk driver. You were gone before I even got there. Are you serious? I had a wife and a drunk driver took me out? So, I brought you back. I used the driver's life force to do— Hell yeah, I was about to say, you took that guy out? Yeah, he did not deserve to live. She pauses, watching me with an expression I can't really read. It's a lot to process. She continues before I can come up with something to say. The practice of necromancy has repercussions, both cosmically and from the council. She notices my expression shift, and she smiles, though it doesn't really reach her eyes. Yes, us magical girls have a council. The whole thing used to be a bit dictatorial, but I don't know how they operate anymore. I've been gone too long now. But they decided that the two of us were to be put in this pocket dimension connected to a subspace. And I was told that as punishment, I'll live here forever, or until I let your spirit free. Until then, we were both trapped. At first, it didn't seem like a punishment. It felt like a gift. I naively thought, how wonderful. I get to be with my love forever in this dimension, all on our own. But even if we had your spirit locked here, your body wouldn't stay alive forever. You'd die again and again. Of course, I bring you back. I gave your memories back, and we continue on. But the repeated deaths and memory returns started to take a toll on you emotionally. As I understood it, one's life memories being put into a new body isn't an issue, but the more memories, the more lives, the more suffocating it feels to process them all at once. That's how he explained it at the time. I eventually had to concede that if this was going to continue, you couldn't keep your memories. The thought absolutely crushed me. At first, I tried partial memories, but it caused you even more distress. So we agreed on a clean slate. I told myself I could make it work. Even without your memories, you were still you, right? So, I started letting us live our lives, us getting to know each other again and again. It was hard, mixing someone who was still alive and in front of me. So hard. But for you, I told myself, I pushed through it. I told myself, you didn't have to suffer that pain. You were still you. Yet, every time I lost you, I felt like I was losing a part of myself again and again. I finally saw the punishment for what it was, but I couldn't let you go. Eventually, it became too much. I removed the most intense emotions I had, the ones I couldn't handle anymore. This type of magic is forbidden, but I was already living out a punishment for an act of selfishness. What's one more self-serving act in the end? I put those emotions in a vessel, and honestly, it felt like a miracle. I had some semblance of emotions deep down, but it was all muted. I felt like I could breathe again. It didn't seem to impede on our relationship either, not at first. I used to cry so much, but not be able to explain why to you. You didn't need to worry about me anymore. I think that was part of it. I told myself everything I was doing was for you. For you. All for you. But then, you betrayed me. Hello? How did I betray you if I have no memories? That was the first time. So it was her! See, it was her killing me this whole time. And when it was done, with your blood on my hands, I felt something past the dull muteness of the past 200 years. Euphoria. The novelty of something unique happening between us made me feel, despite having taken my emotions out. And I loved it. Oh my god. What do you mean you loved killing me? It had been so long. I decided, well, maybe every now and then, I try different things to see new sides of you. New experiences, new expressions, new organs. I wanted to see everything. Every part of you. So I set aside the cheating, and we started again. But then, every time I made a mistake, or things didn't go how I wanted it to, I ended you, and we start again. Okay, so it was her this whole time then. It's just a different reincarnation. Okay. Oh my god, girl. Yeah, so we definitely shouldn't have believed her from the beginning because of the same pupils, but I wanted to think maybe they're just separate and maybe different magical girls just have the same type of pupils. But okay. Girl really had fun just killing me. Okay. Alright. That's good to know. And again. And again. Her explanation leaves me in stunned silence. So every death I've remembered so far, those girls were all you. In different forms, yes. I feel a sense of distress, rage building in, but I try to keep it under control. My success is limited. If you care about me, why would you do those things to me? Dying is painful and scary. And without the memories, it's fresh every time. That's usually why I take them. It's enough for me to remember. You don't need to suffer long term. You shouldn't remember any of this. And that just makes this okay to you? We agreed to it once upon a time. Did I agree to you killing me though? But C seems to be going rogue again. That causes my frustration to falter, if only momentarily. C. That's where C has been, her emotions? I said my emotions had a vessel. C was that vessel. Yeah, and I can't handle you watching you do this to Lottie anymore. C's voice cuts into the conversation, her voice distraught. Only now does Rain let go of my hand. I see Lottie's the vigilante type. Maybe, if I need to be, I definitely can. Her expression is horribly cold. A look she turns on C. We talked about this once. You don't interfere, and I don't kill you. Oh God. I agreed because I didn't want Lottie left all alone with the worst parts of me. But that was just pure cowardice. This isn't any better. You always had reasons before. I tried to tell myself that made it understandable, even if it wasn't acceptable. I have limits. We had limits. Hold on, I think my cats want to leave the room. Give me 1 second. I forgot, daylight saving time happened a few days ago, and now my cats think it's dinner time, but it's not. Technically. And then, the house. Oh yeah, the explosion. I saw my excuses for what they were. This isn't fair to him. He deserves to know what's going on. Even if he hates us for it. C gives me a distressed but determined look. Well... You want him to remember. Fine. Oh dear God, I like that look though. I'll make him fucking remember. A look of sheer horror crosses C's face. Then... pain lances through my skull. And then everything starts to come back. Well, can I not see all my deaths, please? A blade slipping between my ribs. A flash of heat so intense that the pain, while severe, is momentary. The feeling of fingers tight around my neck. Excited eyes staring down into mine as I draw my last breath. The rush of memories is immediately overwhelming. It's not an instantaneous return of the experiences I've once had. Instead, it's a rushing river, a nightmare that won't end. Thousands of years worth of memories. I see the girl I once trusted with my life. No, the girl I had trusted with my life. Repeatedly destroy that trust on a whim. The memories had weighed on me before the murders, but this one is another level. I feel every moment, every emotion, every injury, every death. The way time functions within the blood is too fast. Yet everything is happening in vivid detail. The two of us had always been rivals at school, ever since we were children. Academics, sports, you name it. We'd always been at each other's throats in competition. She was smart, bold, confident. I tried my best to put on a similar front around her, but though I'd never say it, I'd always admired her. I never kept score, and Ottawa let her get away with claiming she had more victories than I did. Sure, sometimes she got on my nerves. Sure, losing felt bad, and yet I couldn't help but be charmed by her. As long as we were competing, it meant we were thinking of each other. That was enough for me. She invited me back to her place after hearing I'd received an injury during a soccer game. It wasn't serious, I told her, but it was enough that continuing to play might be off the table for a few months. I guess she didn't like the idea of waiting that long. What do you mean? So she does just kill me on a whim if it's not fun anymore. It's not fair. I was really enjoying this one. beautiful. It's so warm. I cherish your heart always, Lottie. The image of my literal heart in her hands lingers long after the memory moves into the next one. I feel myself convulse somewhere in the subspace. Why? Rain, this has to stop. You'll destroy him. I had fallen and skinned my arm pretty badly. I sat quietly at a friend's house, a cup of hot chocolate nearby. And beside me was Rain. She had a first aid kit in her lap and was very delicately cleaning the wound. You really should be more careful. I hate seeing you hurt. It's not like I do it on purpose. I know. Just... She sighed softly before offering a gentle apology and this might sting a little. Given the other memories, I have expected to be murdered. Instead, she simply disinfected the wound and began to apply some gauze and bandages. It's a warm feeling. The memory cuts off abruptly, and Rain's voice is ice cold as she speaks. Oh, we get to see the whole outfit though, hold on. I really like the wings down here and then up here, and the little motif with the rainbow half part of the bow and on the scythe scepter thingy. That's really cute. Oh yeah, I like that here with the hair also. Stop interfering. This is your fault, you know. All your fault. Of course it is. We're the same damn person. I won't let you deny me anymore. We're ending this now. I hear the sound of what must be fighting as I fall back into my mind. The two of us were casual acquaintances with a mutual friend between us. We met each other in passing regularly as we played games as a group. She was shy, nerdy, and a little awkward, but a gentle soul with a creative spirit. One night, though, she had an argument with our mutual friend. I wasn't in the room when the fight started, but I saw her run past me, crying. Concerned, I chased after her. We ended up sitting in the friend's yard, next to a swimming pool. Did she drown me? She vented out all of her feelings to me, distraught and troubled. It was hard to know what to say, but I did my best to hear her out. Apparently, I didn't say enough, or maybe I said too much. I still don't know why she accused me of being on the other friend's side. Either way, we ended up in a tussle. By the end of the night, she had my head in the water, and she held me under until I drowned. I couldn't have known it then, but as a magical girl with upwards of 10,000 years of life, she was incredibly strong, regardless of how dainty her form looked. I'm digging my nails into my throat after trying to claw the water out, and only making things worse in my desperation. In a gap between one memory and the next, I see a strange sight, one that I can't quite understand. I hear a voice in my head. If my sacrifice fails, please know that I loved you. But before I can register anything else, another memory washes over me. I know I shouldn't be doing it. I knew what I was doing was wrong. But the issue was twofold. It was a matter of feeling loved, and a matter of feeling secure in my own feelings when she said she loves me. She was distant, a little cold. I loved her dearly, but I didn't feel like anything I did was enough. That could never excuse my actions. I should have gone behind her back the way I did, seeing another girl I met on campus. It isn't even, I know now that I was wrong. I knew it then too. I felt horrible about it. But I guess I needed someone else to validate me. Validate what? I hardly knew. My negative emotions, positive ones. My insecurities, my low self-esteem. In hindsight, I can't possibly say. I just knew then that Rain was emotionally distant and rarely affectionate. Something about the hurt in him that hurt in a way that I didn't know how to fix. We've spoken about it a few times, and it felt unfair to ask her to change or something like that. It wasn't even that I wanted her to change necessarily. In the end, it was my own fault. I should have been decisive, pushed through my own problems, or broken up with her first. Of course, knowing what I know now, I can't imagine breaking up with her would have gone better. But cheating, I should have never done that. Yeah, the cheating part definitely deserved that death, but everything else we did not deserve. I came home late, feeling guilty, but also calmer than I would have expected. Ray didn't usually stay up late, so I was surprised to see her still awake. She looked worn out in a way I wasn't entirely familiar with from her. Her emotions were often muted, quiet. So to see her look even a little bit tired, it worried me. You're up later than usual. Yeah. I was waiting for you to come home. My heart rose in my throat from a spike of nerves. You should have texted me. I would have come back earlier for you. Sure. Her voice was difficult to read. I couldn't tell if she was being sarcastic. Do you need anything from me? I wasn't planning on going to bed right away, so... Who were you with? The question caused me to flinch, a reaction I'm sure she noticed. I tried to ignore the shame. Our friend Vivi. She was having a rough day, so I figured that she could use the company. Right? Yeah. You were never very good at lying. I can tell you're only telling a half-truth. My heart sank. I try not to get defensive. That'll only make me look worse. What do you mean? You don't doubt that I love you, do you? I suppose it's not that. But it hasn't stopped you, has it? She rose to her feet. After everything, why? I've done so much for you. I wanted to deny it, but I couldn't seem to find the words. I didn't know it at the time, but my silence must have caused the snap. That is, if it hadn't happened earlier. I was shocked, but something materialized into her hands, seemingly from nowhere. I blanched when I realized what it was. She didn't even charge at me. She just walked. I turned to try and run, but something held me in place. It was like having an invisible wall was keeping me from retreating. Wait, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve this. I know. And then she swung it at me. The flat side of the axe connected with the entire right side of my face. I heard the sound more than I felt it at first. That was possibly my body protecting me from the level of pain I had otherwise experienced. But it didn't last. Nor did the beating stop. Rain had never been violent with me before, so the level of shock hit me almost as hard as the axe. And yet, dear God, girl, she continued swinging. First a flat side, then she moved to hacking at my flesh with the blade. And from what I could see past the bud of the pain, her expression slowly changed. Oh yeah, this is the first time she killed me, so that's when she was really like, oh hell yeah, killing you is kind of fun. A calculated, cold indifference became one of surprise, then excitement. Okay, we can stop with the sounds. I feel pain. I actually feel this pain. I've never seen anything like that on her face before. A haunting, unstable glee. I had the feeling the swings continued long after I died. Dear God! My head is throbbing with the initial strike to my head, amongst other things. Before I can continue, though, a shriek of agony splits through the space. Is she actually dying? The flood of memory stops with such abruptness that I wonder if I finally broke. I heard a light, metallic clattering in front of me. Even in an energized place like the subspace, I have no strength left to do something as simple as opening my eyes. Each memory has left me suffering, and with a deep sense of betrayal. There had to have been some other way. Anything would have been better than this. I'm not sure how long I'm left lying there, eyes closed. There's times difficult to judge in this space. All I can really say is that everything is eerily quiet. I thought I heard crying at first, but now it's just silent. Am I alone now? I think about what I saw between wave after wave of my own deaths. See, did she sacrifice herself? What did she do to Rain? Eventually, the question drives me to force my eyes open. Is she looking all pitiful after you killed me how many times? I'm on the floor. Turns out, I'm not the only one. Rain is also passed out. She's breathing. I can see that much. But she's facing away from me. I began putting together what must have happened. What I saw must have been C giving up her form as a vessel and converting herself to energy. So she reintegrated with Rain. I almost wonder why this didn't happen sooner. But based on her words, there wasn't any guarantee that it would have worked. I think it did. I can't see Rain's face, but I don't think she's handling it well. She's shaking, arms wrapped around herself. The strangest of thoughts crosses my mind. Is she going to be okay? I'm left baffled by my own question. I have died so many goddamn times, all because of her. Even if she does care about me, the care is not enough to stop her from making me suffer. Should I really care that she's now feeling the consequences of her own actions? I shift slightly, try not to make any sound. As I do, I notice something. The subspace's light catches off something on the ground. Is that the wedding ring? Floating in the space between us is a beautiful ring. There are some signs of age, but it looks well taken care of. It seems familiar. Without thinking, I reach out a shaking hand and touch the rose gold. Everyone had been warning about the new girl for days. She was pretty, but she was a witch of some kind, they said. Something about her was fundamentally wrong. Imagine my surprise then when I met her. She was a sweet, bubbly young woman, someone who still tried to connect with people despite their constant rejection of her. She was hurting inside, but I didn't know that until much later. The main thing I noticed was that she was kind. She didn't seem all like the person I've been told she was. So after a few short conversations with her, "Hey, Rain, do you want to hang out with me at the dorms today? If you're not busy, of course." The way her face lit up in delight. I can't say for sure I fell for her in that moment, but it certainly got the ball rolling. That'd be really nice. I'd love to. It wasn't like we did much at the dorms, but it was nice, just being in her company. We started hanging out regularly after that. Damn it, you're too good at this game. I'll get better and beat you at this one day. You'll see. Challenge accepted. I look forward to it. How'd you do in the paper I helped you with? Oh, I was gonna tell you. I got an A. Thank you so much for your help with that. I did not have a lot of confidence about it before we talked. Yay, I'm so glad to hear it. Congratulations. You didn't have to make tea for me. Hey, I knew you were coming, so why wouldn't I? Oh, I didn't even really notice it now, but her pupils are actually white instead of black this time. Here, I know you like chai. Oh, same as before in the other life, still liking chai. I'm making a peppermint mocha, and you can't stop me. I'll bring a sourdough bun too. What are we doing? All the other past lives are accumulating in our first one together. If you're making my favorite, I'm making yours twofold. I remember one day in particular, when she came over unannounced. She was really distraught. What's wrong? Your eyes are red. Apparently, calling her out on that caused the dam to break again. She started sobbing, and I gently guided her to the sofa so she could sit. I felt angry and helpless, but I sat with her until she was able to speak. Lottie? Yeah? Can you promise you won't hate me? Even if I'm not who you think I am. Huh? Does this have something to do with the witch rumors? She flinched and looked at me with wide eyes. She then nodded weakly. I mean, I knew about those before we even met. I really don't know what they're about exactly, but I don't see how that makes you any different from who I know. I'm a magical girl. I'd heard of them. Lots of fear-mongering and hero worship both. They were a rarity, but known enough in these days by normal folks that people were trying to police them. Oh, okay. I was wondering about that when she talked about how people didn't like her, were scared of her because she's a magical girl. But apparently this is pretty, not rare in this world. That's good to know. Oh, that's all? It was, in all honesty, about what I expected. She looked up at me with wide eyes, bewildered by my casual answer. And after a moment, she let out a stunned laugh. And that's all. I've been terrified for months that you learn and that you wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. I grinned at her, putting an arm around her shoulder in a brisk half hug. Will take more than that to scare me off. Besides, I like being around you. I'd be sad if you didn't want to hang out anymore. She let out another stunned laugh, and without prompting, she hugged me tightly. I was startled, but I laughed too, returning the embrace. You're the best. Thank you. And after everything I've endured out of her hands, the memories feel bittersweet. Things were a lot simpler then, weren't they? It was a few months after that when I asked her out. She said it was a bit of an awkward confession earlier. Remembering it, she certainly wasn't wrong. I was so worried. She thinks I was only accepting her magical girl nature because I wanted it in her pants. I felt so blessed that she felt the same way. I don't think I felt that level of anxious again around her until a year and a half later. I knew by that point that I wanted to be with her for the rest of my life. I decided on the rose gold, since I felt it went best with her sense of style. But choosing a ring that felt perfect was difficult. She accepted it before I even gotten the ring out. Then, she asked me to slip it onto her fingers for her. You know, it was hard to find one that suited you best. I was really nervous. Aw, sweetheart. You could have proposed to me with a ring pop or a candy bracelet, and I would have still said yes. I couldn't do that. You're worth so much more than that to me. This will last you longer anyway. I love it so much. And I love you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. This ring. She kept it this whole time. I don't remember much about the accident that killed me. I have memories of driving home from work. I was a bartender, which inevitably meant late night ship, and we're killed by a drunk driver? Are you serious? What writing is that? That's cruel at this point. I didn't mind so much, though I did feel sometimes like I didn't get enough time to spend with my wife. We'd been planning a trip in about a month's time. I barely remembered where to now, since we never ended up going, but I remember being excited about it. I think it was one of the faster deaths I've experienced. compared to everything I've been through now. That damn truck. There are phantom memories of pain, of fear, of distress. But the next thing I remember clearly is waking up in our bed, Rain standing by my side, holding my hand. I almost thought it was a nightmare at first, but the exhaustion in her eyes, the way she gasped and hugged me when I opened my eyes. Something in me understood. We never discuss what we do if something happened to either of us, not in realistic terms. We were in our early 30s, so we thought we had time before we needed that discussion. She told me that what she'd done, using the driver's life force in exchange for mine. Honestly, it was shocking. I felt conflicted, but I didn't really hold it against her. If we switched places, if I had the powers that she did, I also would have switched her killer's life for hers in a heartbeat. So I let it go. We got a few more days of peace, even though my body was still recovering. Then, well, there's a gap in my memory for about a week. Rain informed me later that it was a side effect of magic used by the council. I got the context for the punishment she has received and why. I was upset, but it wasn't me I was worried about. Rain? A pocket dimension. You shouldn't have to be trapped somewhere all alone because of me. My heart ached at the idea. Still, Rain approached and put both hands on my shoulders, forcing me to look up at her. She looked distraught. Lottie, to escape this realm, I'd have to release your spirit. If the days you were dead taught me anything, it's that I am not ready. Besides, I'm not alone. I have you. She tried to sound optimistic, but her voice cracked as she spoke. You want to keep living too, don't you? Please. I saw the grief in her eyes, and any protest I could have offered was gone. She was right. I didn't want to go yet. I wasn't ready either. Plus, the sight of leaving her alone like that, I couldn't. So we started living our lives together in this new realm. Unfortunately, time proved to be an obstacle. I was not a magical girl, so my body didn't hold up the way hers could. Death didn't release my spirit, however. It seemed to be under Rain's jurisdiction. This was, after all, her punishment. She would create a new body for me every time, restoring my memories time and time again. And this went on for a long time, more than I can possibly explain. I cannot easily express the mental strain of being alive for that long. One lifetime did not feel like enough, but 3, then 10, 25. It started to feel like physical weight in the mind and the spirit. And given my spirit was the only consistent thing for me over these incarnations, before Rain gave me back my memories, it became crushing after a while. Don't get me wrong though. A lot of these memories are priceless to me. Sometimes, we sit in the subspace after another death of mine and just reminisce. But after a while, even that became too much. It was a difficult conversation. I still remember, however, what I said to her before we made the decision between us. Regardless of memory, I feel like my spirit will remember you. We'll find each other here in this space every time. Maybe someday, we'll find a way to reduce the strain of the reincarnations. But no matter what, I will always be here with you. I can't even fathom how long ago that must have been. Literally thousands of years. Though my head still hurts, I finally sit up and make my way over to the ring, taking it and gently letting it rest in my palm. Rain hasn't moved at all. I suppose the reintegration with C has forced her to acknowledge what exactly she's done. I don't know if I should feel sorry for her. I kinda do. It's a bit sad what's happened, but then also it's kinda like, you definitely went off the deep end here. In some ways, I do. This is despite my better judgment, that the list of things she's done to me. I guess all that's left now is to decide how to handle it. Ooh. Let's see. I kinda? Is it bad? I want to see what happens if I reject her. Like, all of this, we did have a nice and wonderful life. I really enjoyed it. But my god, she definitely went off the deep end. And would rejecting her be the best thing at this point? Because I still don't really trust her. I want to reject her. I'm so curious how this would work. Did she kill me? Well, there is still a small part of me that wishes to make this right. All I think about each and every death I've experienced at her hands. It's all too much for me to forgive. I look at the ring in my hands. Like, we had a happy life together. I appreciate everything she's done for me. But I'm sorry, girlie. I think it's time for us to go our separate ways. I think about what it once symbolized to us, and it shatters my heart. She wore it this whole time, but does she even remember the way she felt when I gave it to her? Will that make the situation better? Worse? I might have been important to her once. Perhaps I still am. But I didn't deserve this violence any more than she deserved it when I cheated on her. It hurts, but no more than any other wound I've received. I approach Rain, going around her so she can see me. She looks so broken. Don't make me regret my decision. I'm gonna do the other ones off screen so I can see what they are, but damn. It's almost enough to make me reconsider. Almost. The most bitter part of me remembers the people who had warned me about her. About magical girls. Maybe they had a point. Damn, wait. Magical girls aren't that bad. It was just a one-off thing. I'm not that bad. I wouldn't do that to you guys if I had to reincarnate you. I would never kill you. I can't say if that's fair. I don't really care anymore. I think we're done here. I turn away from her and begin walking. So where? I could not say. After all, we're still in this. I'm still stuck with her either way. But I don't want to be near her anymore. Seeing her reminds me of every injury she has inflicted upon me. She has betrayed my trust so many times. These are the consequences of her actions. As I walk, though, I hear shifting behind me. Lottie. Her voice sounds hollow, not just emotionless, but utterly devoid of life. Against my better judgment, I glance back at her. She's holding the star piece from the front of her dress in her hands. It takes me a moment to recall what it is. Most would assume it's an ornament for her outfit. That's what I believed for the longest time. But no, it's her core. If that thing is destroyed, she'll die. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Magic wrap. Did she kill herself? I realize what she's doing, and I open my mouth to tell her to wait, but I hesitate. The hesitation is all it takes. A blast of magic erupts from her hands. The wave of heat emanating from the burst is so intense that I feel it from where I'm standing. The star she holds shatters into millions of pieces. As hurt as I am by her, I can't bring myself to look away in her final moments. Maybe it's the least I can do, to see her off. She holds my gaze with teary eyes as her body fades away into light. When she's gone, all that's left is the ring I've thrown at her feet. So that's it. Huh. Am I just stuck here though? After everything she's done to me, was that the ending I wanted for her? I don't know. But maybe we can both rest now. I turn away, feeling painful, ambivalent emotions deep in my chest. My eyes feel misty, but I don't really know what to do with it. Anything I could have done is gone now. I wish things could have been different. Goodbye, rain. I'm jolted from my thoughts as the space around me begins to rumble violently. It's almost enough to make me fall over, and the lights in the subspace spark vibrantly, temporarily blinding me. Then, one by one, they begin to blink out entirely. This place was her punishment, right? Her life force must have been a huge part of maintaining it. What happens to me then? Do I just die? I'm dead? I don't know. As the light in the subspace begins to disappear, and the world around me begins to crumble, I close my eyes. I know they won't open again. That's okay. I'm tired. With rain gone, don't I also deserve to rest? I've made my mistakes, yes, but my punishment here has been disproportionate. Wherever I end up next, I hope it's peaceful. Oh, we got it! First ending, it's finally over, thank God! That was painful as hell! Yeah. That was depressing as I thought it would be. Yeah, no problem, I had fun. Oh my God. Dear God! Yeah, we were already dead at this point. There's nothing else we really could do. But damn, that was depressing as hell. Holy shit. I enjoyed that though. I kind of like Rain's character despite how crazy and me just abandoning her at the end. I like crazy characters like that, but man, just killing me because like she got bored at some point and just kept on doing it, that's wild. And she still, in her own twisted way, still loves me, right? I like that. I like crazy characters like that with the twisted love. That was really good. I enjoyed that. Oh my God. That was one ending out of, I believe, 4 possible endings. So definitely try out the game yourself if you want to get the other endings. Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. That one was so much fun. Oh, I love indie games so much. So much more depressing than I expected. Dear God. Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Next stream schedule's not up, but it should be Monday. I am attempting to get people ready for a peak collab since they just updated it. I have not reached the top yet, but that should be it for the next stream. Thank you all for stopping by. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys all later. Also, be careful around magical girls, I guess. I might be able to just kill you and just keep on reincarnating and killing you. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.